and take you where you want to go on time.
You can call us at 926-3866.
We are something special on the road.
You good? You can get better. Spread the word. Straight Up gets better on Bess FM. Straight Up Jerry Small, Mondays, Tuesdays, Wednesdays and Thursdays on Bess 100 FM. 10 a.m. till 2 p.m. I'm your host, Robin Jerry Small. The numbers are 279-8473, 279-8473, and 619-1508. 619-1508. Also streaming live on the internet. Bess FM, Straight Up, Robin Jerry Small.
If you're to feel it, you've got to be clean. You got to make it straight. You can't believe. Share the joys togetherness can bring. To the true soul, you just have to cling, and then you will feel it, feel it, feel. You'll feel the soul inside of you.
It's good, it's better, but nothing beats.
The views, opinions, or statements which are expressed on the following program are not necessarily those of Bess 100 FM.
Here to pick up the PC. Here to pick up the PC. Here to pick up the PC. Better place look good, my brother. Better place keep clean, my sister. Better place look good, my brother. Better place keep clean, my sister. So come along, my brother. Come along, my sister. Come along, my brother. Come along, my sister. Here to pick up the PC. Here to pick up the PC. Here to pick up the PC. Better place look good, my brother. Better place keep clean, my sister. Better place look good, my brother. Better place keep clean, my sister. So come along, my brother. Come along, my sister. 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 Here to pick up the PC. Here
Good morning and welcome to the program for today and for this week. Today is Monday, the 16th of May, and we are here till 2 o'clock in the afternoon. Our numbers are 619-1508, 619-1508, and 279-8473, 279-8473. Yeah, the news on the front page of the Gleaner, I don't know about the Observer, is about the visit of the president of India. You know, India is, the president is not the political leader of the country. The prime minister is the political leader of the country, and the president is somewhat like a governor general. I don't know if him serve for I don't know if the president, whether male or female, serve for a limited period of time or them serve till the rest of them lifetime. But the president is like a head of, I think they like a head of state, like a governor general, but not the political leader of the country. And the first thing that him did was to pay tribute and them say obeisance, show obedience to the memory and spirit of somebody. In this case, this pay obeisance and pay tribute to Marcus Garvey. The first thing him do him come here after him cycle of Marcus Garvey. And then now you see the Jamaica government did rename one piece of road a couple of weeks ago after some Indian. Now them is explaining that Indian them I don't know the history of that person. But that Indian them said them renamed the road after is like the Marcus Garvey of India. Bring to mind that Marcus Garvey, a lot of his energy and his determination was born out of the fact that his father was a self-educated man who used to read a lot, and he used to dispute a lot with other people, and him would enjoy going to court to get justice. You know, like lawsuit. Other people bring lawsuit against him, bring lawsuits. But a lot of his money that him earn, that him accumulate, a lot of the resources that him accumulate, Marcus Garvey's father accumulated was spent out in courthouse settlement of dispute and paying lawyers. And I think that taught Marcus Garvey from an early age that there must be a better way of getting justice or keeping justice than to appeal to the legal system of the people who exploit us and bring us here. There must be a better way. And him dedicate him life after a few more years of getting some experience. Marcus Garvey dedicated his life to finding a method to improve his situation, his people's situation, the African people in captivity in the Western. The African people in captivity outside of Africa. So because of the family losing a lot, him was form a deep impression on him. Of him family losing so many and so much resources. And the same thing applied to him people outside him family, African people. Ironically, after Marcus Garvey achieved a lot of success all around the world, he was confined back to Jamaica for a while. And the British government target him to break him like how his father was broken, but no break him in a court too. His father used to participate in a legal dispute and lawsuit, but this time now the British government decided to break Marcus Garvey and his associates and people who him organized with. Break them through a law system, a legal system of political victimization, and then take away most of the resources and property of the people that move with him. Take away them property and resources. And one of the last things them did, them took away some property from him, personally owned property. Seize it and say him owe money for taxes. Seize a few premises and properties. And one of the premises and properties them hand over to the Indian community in Jamaica. The British government organize it and hand over to the Indian community in Jamaica. Them seize Marcus Garvey property and hand it over to the Indian community. One of them, and Lady Musgrave go, them hand it over to the Indian community. And it look like them sell it now too. From 1935 and before, them hand over them property there. Them seize them property from Marcus Garvey. And it look like them sell it because I see the building and the property being demolished. It has been demolished. That means some changing of ownership take place because them couldn't demolish that building unless some change of ownership take place. So maybe now the Indian community in Jamaica own that property. So now we soon find out. We must find out from the government. Because the government of Jamaica claim that Marcus Garvey is a hero to the people of Jamaica. Matter of fact, is the first person them declare as a hero to the people of Jamaica, 1964. And yet from 1964 till now, 58 years, them don't hand back any of those properties with them seized and with them parents, the parent of them who is Britain, seized from Marcus Garvey organization and from Marcus Garvey personal self and them family. Them don't hand over back none of them property, although them say the man is a great hero. Them don't restore nothing to him or him people. So it go. For the time being. Well, have some music there. Hero. Alright, I'm going to play a piece of music from Tina Turner. We don't need another hero. The numbers are 619-1508, 619-1508, and 279-8473, 279-8473. And I want to thank all of the people who support this program, starting with the ownership of the station and the staff of the station, all the people who help the station to survive and to prosper and this program to go ahead. Thank them very much, and also the listeners and callers and correspondents and texters. Thank them very much. Couldn't go on without you, so it don't really need no more hero more than all of the people who make things happen and make them happen well. Thank you very much to all of you who helped me. Yeah, man, let's hear from Tina Turner.
Out of the ruins, out from the wreckage, can't make the same mistake this time. We are the children, the last generation. We are the ones they left behind. And I wonder when we are ever gonna change. Living under the fear till nothing else remains. We don't need another hero. We don't need to know the way home. All we want is life beyond the underdog. Looking for something we can rely on. There's got to be something better out there. Love and compassion. That day is coming. All else are castles built in the air. And I wonder when we are ever gonna change. Living under the fear till nothing else remains.
Yeah, man, thank you very much. We might play a little bit of it, little more. We might play a little bit more of it later on. But that's Tina Turner and Peter Music saying we don't need another hero. Yeah, pardon me if sometimes I might believe I talk a little bit too rough on them with it. I don't know. Maybe I kind of get used to talking that way regardless of the goodwill that I might feel to whoever may I talk to. Not an excuse, but it might be that we have passed through so many rough times that sometimes, because the Jamaican people are pretty rough. And I say, yeah, Jamaican people are pretty rough, even when dealing with one another. And even when you're not vexed or upset or displeased with one another, kind of pretty rough, you know. But there are some people like that, rough but not. I might seem rough, but not angry or having any bad feeling. No excuse being made, just a reminder. By the way, I saw over the weekend, I think I heard the news that this female member of the government, Jamaica government cabinet, I think she is Foreign Minister Kamina Johnson Smith. I hear so recently in Africa, in Ghana, them give her title of like Queen Mother. I know in those countries, some of them West African countries, they love to honor. Them love to honor outstanding or powerful or rich women with title of Queen Mother and so on. Call them Nana and Queen Mother and give them give them all some mini throne to sit down upon what you call stool, mini throne. Some years so them honor her and give her a stool, where is a sign of entitlement. Ghana. So the name Kamina, which she have there, I think it's a name come from Africa, you know, but I don't know what it means. But it's very near to Kumina. Kamina and Kumina, very near. Probably it have relationship to the word Kumina too. Kumina Johnson Smith. And meanwhile, she is being promoted as to be suitable to be the Queen of England Commonwealth Secretary. Because the Queen of England Commonwealth and the person who run the organization is the Secretary General. And she is being proposed to take up that post. And the man will come in here from India. That is what him come here about. Him come here to support the Jamaica government and the Jamaica government representative, Kamina Johnson Smith, to be Secretary General of the Commonwealth. Celebration of British links and English speaking and economy and them. Another thing, listening to a program yesterday, very popular program, Cabo program, heard a discussion with some of the people from one of the Maroon communities. And what we've seen in Jamaica here now in recent times, there are so many excellent opportunities that people in the world get over the last several years and several decades to understand so much of what's happening in the world now and what used to happen in our history. What's going on between the different Maroon congregations and communities is very enlightening about how people and communities allow themselves to be twisted up and used against one another and then and become lackey of some other person, of some other people. So listening to the people at some people from the Maroon community of Moortown, otherwise known as Nanny Town, I got more understanding and more up to date. When I did meet that colonel who was supposed to be the colonel at Nanny Town, Moortown, in 2000, I think I met him in either 1999. I think it's might have been 1999 I met him. Colonel Sterling. He was a young man at the time. I think he was a school teacher, I'm not sure. But he was a young enough man at the time. And he was recently selected or appointed as being colonel for that community. But it's just yesterday I realized, or it is being told to us, that the post of colonel in that Maroon community is a post that they get appointed to that post and them hold that post for a lifetime, for the rest of them life, or until they feel to give up the post or something else force them out, like health or maybe some rival might be able to force them out. But really, Sterling was announcing that the rules of that Maroon community dictate that somebody hold that post for life. You know, a lot of positions and posts and authority in human history and human affairs have been positions that are held for the rest of the person's life who hold them position. In the more modern time here now, more and more people in the world come to the realization that it is not best for people to hold any position for life. Unless it's a natural position like being a father, you're a father for life, or you can be a husband or a wife for life, and that is a good prospect. Anyway, but people who are supposed to represent and serve a community, it is being acknowledged by most communities and most people in the world. And it's not best for anybody to be put into a position and service, and them can hold that position for the rest of them life. It usually spoil the nature of that service when people know that they can remain seated and in control of a position for the rest of them life. I don't think them going to get the best service. After a while, them going, it's likely that they're going to develop a sense of entitlement, that they are entitled to all these things and no one else is entitled, and their word become law and rulership. That's where you get the word royalty from. Royal mean ruling. Roy mean rule. And royal mean ruling. Ruling, the nature of ruling, whether it's a family or whatever. Anyway, what good can it be? So I know some brethren and even some sisters that hold some position for all 54 years straight. They mean an organization that have a membership and them a hold a position for 54 years straight. And not much activity or work them are doing there, they're just in a post. What is the use of having a post and a position where there's no activity, no discretion, you don't have no decision making authority, or you don't have no exercise, no decision making skills neither. But you're in that position for 50 odd year, and most of the thing them. A joke business that, man. A joke business that. Joke business. Anyway, the numbers again: 619-1508, 619-1508, and 279-8473. 279-8473. I noticed yesterday, Sunday's Observer, I saw a whole page dedication of, of admiring and complimentary remarks about somebody who died recently. This person was a man named Mr. Brown, and him was a councillor in St. Elizabeth Parish Council, and him died recently, and him getting a lot of recommendations from people on his side of the political border, JLP, and him get a lot of commendation on the other side of the political border, PNP people, widely admired and supported. Him just died recently. Not him not too old, him never reached 60, he was 58 years old. But him name Stalin Brown. Stalin Brown was a councillor in the St. Elizabeth Parish Council in the Santa Cruz Division for 18 years, Stalin Brown. But what strikes me about this, like so many names in Jamaica, that this language is not really our language. We are not English people. And we have been brought up, forced to use this language as the main means of communication, especially in business and education and anything official. Use this language because they don't recognize any other but the official version of English. And so many people get some name. Some of the name is through the parents or whoever naming them admire somebody else and name the person after that person, but sometimes they misspell the name. But this name, Stalin. You know where this name Stalin come from? Stallyn, Stalin Brown. When I heard that, like when I hear some children with some African names, especially when they're in a certain age group, like say from 35, 40 years and older, and them have some African name. Most time, and especially if the name is an Ethiopian name or a name near to an Ethiopian name. all Africa generally, but especially if it's an Ethiopian name. I always wonder, and if I meet the person, I sometimes ask them if them parents was Rastafari parents, because at least half of the people that I know name them children. At least half of the people that I know, nearly 40 and over 40, who name them children with African names, are Rastafari parents, and well, generally speaking, African conscious parents. But this name, you know, Stalin, is a name take off a man who is one of the most terrible rulers of Russia under the communist regime. Stalin. Man named Stalin. But years ago, you have many people admire all of them people and would name them children after many people who are thought to be revolutionary or coming with some social justice. And at one time, this man used to be admired. Same as a revolutionary leader, Stalin. It might seem like nothing to you, but me I tell you, man. When I look on the article and hear the story and see man name, I realize that them name him after Stalin. And him is a labor right, you know, so most labor right don't really admire leftist or communist or socialist ideas and personalities. But this is how people get named all kind of name. That's why people name people after religious people and heroes and popular people, Bob Marley and all kind of different things. We'll play some more music until you feel to communicate. And in the meantime, I might start joining with the live chat community. Yeah. I have a music named By His Deeds. We don't have that one yet. Alright. We'll play a nice piece of music we enjoy very much. This one named Someday We'll Be Together. We have that, right? Yeah, man. Okay. Alright. VC. Alright. We're going to line up the one for VC, but maybe we'll take this telephone call first. Good morning. Welcome to the program.
Large up, Mr. Jerry.
Wagwan.
Yeah, my brother. The bigger brother.
Everything good?
Yeah, man, giving thanks. I go on full joy life, yeah.
Yes.
People, farmers, don't have food, you hear me? Everything I'm going to get worse out there. People, so they have to plan little something in every little space they have, you hear me?
Yes.
Alright. So, Jerry, the day I meditate, I listen to you, I flash to my mind. I remember one time my brother called a program with a testimony about the eye and the eye loyalty in spite. You never know him from no corners and probably your life could be in danger. But where you do, the brother with the bike.
The bike. Remind me a little more. The bike.
Yeah, like them thief in bike. Like him got somewhere and them thief in bike, man, and...
Oh! Why you listen good and long, man? And you mean me help him find the man with thief in bike?
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
Everything him have a God choke. I like you know, some people in our society pick me, the thief in bike, see the bike and love it off and move it.
Yes.
You know?
And is a rich man do that, you know?
Eh?
And is a rich man that do that, you know?
Yeah, man, cause that him say. You know, more time is there, I remember that testimony there and the other reasoning there, I say, yeah, it's true. That's where I go, man. But one more thing to with leader position and the time span people might get, you know, cause to me, in everything in life is the moral behind where we are doing, you know?
Yeah.
So, even if you set up an organization, whatever organization is a moral standard that it's built upon, are the real value, you know, and people have to understand that and can interpret and analyze the value properly so that, you know, things not stray from the goodness it's supposed to bring, you know? Yeah, you know, so whether a person sit on a throne and a position for life or for 4 years, 5 years, or ever 1 year, it's really basically the good standard of the organization, we have to know and everyone live up to it and never change, you know.
Yeah,
That's the most important thing, you know. But I say, I don't know why the one should want to sit down on a running of a government or so for life. The greatest thing, you can play a good part and you make other people come manifest and carry on the work too, you know?
Yeah, because even in sports, sometimes you enjoy see a good batsman or a woman we can play every ball good and every other ball just score off of it and I go on hours, even a day. But you don't want to see that every week because that going to mean say you hardly get to see the rest of the people. Probably somebody will come even better than he or she. And because he and she last so long, you never even get the best of the best. You know?
Yeah. One time, near a speech, I remember if I hear somebody say it, I read it out of the philosophy of Marcus Garvey, but it's like Marcus Garvey, I say, if you have a billion Christians, you have a billion Christian faith.
Yeah.
So, me sit down here more time and I tell you some things that move through the iris, you know, the spirit, and me I say, when a person say, them are Rastafari, you know, what them really mean? I mean, each individual have got to talk what he mean.
Yeah.
You know, but I personally, I call every man or every person who stand up for justice and equal rights, Rasta. I personally. For me see a good spirit in a person, a just spirit, a spirit of love and goodness, me call them Rastafari. Me bona fide.
Yeah.
That's my main view on why I would call myself a Rasta. I try to be very humble and just and of equality, you know.
Yeah.
And that is what I see in His Majesty. You know, he wasn't a religious man or a white and black man. He was a man of justice, oneness, goodness. You know, and that's the main value of life. Without that, life miserable and unhappy, you know. It's to show that too, you know.
True.
But anyway, we there listening, you know, Mr. Jericho. Enough respect and honor, you know.
Yes, man. Thank you, sir.
Bless up.
One love. Yes, trying to get through to the YouTube here. The live chat. Don't reach it yet. But the numbers are 619 1508 619 1508 and 279 8473 279 8473. Yeah, man, so listening to the discussion about the various activities we start to become, for the first time in Jamaica since I am a little boy, there's quite a bit of public interaction between various Maroon communities because of different points of view and different values. So people becoming more conscious of the fact that, you have different tradition. Yeah. In one Maroon community, you have a tradition of election for people and them hold the post for 5 years or more. You have some tradition of even allowing and requiring an English family to live in a Maroon community. Requirement, that means that you must allow an English family to live in the Maroon community to sure say you're not carrying no feelings against England. Because if England and the Maroon make a agreement, so them is in peace with one another, and them will join up to fight other people. Sometimes them make some requirement to show us everything is peaceful. Say, alright, some of our people must live in your community. And you treat them good. Anytime we hear saying, treat them good, say you don't have a good feeling towards the peace agreement that we had, so there's something wrong going on. But even yesterday, the colonel of the Portland Maroons, the group of Portland Maroons that is known as the Moortown Maroon community, the colonel was saying that about 4 colonels ago, the colonel was a white man. The colonel was a white man, and the colonel wasn't elected. It's not all of the colonels are elected by the community. Sometimes some bigger power select them and send them in there, dictate to them, so this is your colonel for now, or this is your colonel till further notice. So you find all kind of different political styles rise up in a community. Just like the other day, when Trump started to talk out political, it's not the first time talk out political. You know. Many years over the last 30, 40 years, Trump has spoken out politically. And one time him did even fly the idea, say, boy, one day maybe him should have run for president. Long time before him run for president, him used to push out that idea sometime. Because a man to get bored and always want to do something else to draw attention to himself. And this was the main reason why him eventually run for president, to draw attention to himself. But the fact that him run for president in 2016 and win, and serve as a president for 4 years with the most alarming behavior that you couldn't believe, say, a president to behave them way. Most people couldn't even believe that him could have lasted the full 4 years. Me myself was doubtful whether he would have lasted the full 4 years without wreck himself. But things like this happen in our country more time, all kind of different strange behavior and new behavior, till sometimes people get accustomed to it. This is how you develop a political culture, you know. Like PNP rise up first in Jamaica. PNP rise up, there were other political parties before, you know. Because even Marcus Garvey did form a political party 10 years before PNP rise up, almost 10 years before PNP rise up. Marcus Garvey, and I think there was a political party before, you know, but none of them never get as noticeable and popular as Marcus Garvey political party. And even when Marcus Garvey formed up that political party along with some other people, 1929, the PPP, it still never win any great amount of recognition. But them they doing a few seats, you know, because Marcus Garvey himself win a seat in the Kingston and St. Andrew Corporation. And Marcus Garvey himself win a seat there. And he was the councillor for the Allman Town area. And a few more people win seats in other places. And some of them win some of the All Island seat. One of the one of them I know win one of the All Island seat. But the party wasn't completely successful that it could have claimed to win a general election in Jamaica. Then after that, PNP rise up. PNP rise up now as a kind of representative of the workers and of the poorer people and representative of people who want Jamaica to become a nation. And it built up that image there, you know, that this is a national party. Most time you hear about national party is a political group in a country or a community that come together to establish that country, that community as a nation, or even that country, establish that country as a nation. And when you think of nation, you will have a country or a part of the world occupied by a certain type of people. Probably them under rulership, probably them under them own rulership. But a set of people living in a place, they call them a country. But the country don't must necessarily be a nation, a politically recognized individual country. But you can work for your country to become a nation and an independent nation. So when the nationalist movement rise up in a country, it's usually a movement that intends to make that country into a nation or a state that governed by its own people, not other people. The PNP did develop that image of being a national party come to turn Jamaica in a nation and come to help everybody get a say and some talk. And in a nation, everybody must have a talk and a certain amount of say. And then a little more after that, about 4 years after that, a next party. Some people break out of the PNP and go form a next party. And them call for them party a Labour Party. Them not so much about a nation again. Them is about Labour. Or them claim to be about Labour or working people get in better condition. People who are laborers, working people who work for wages. I'm not self-employed. Laborers working for wages. That next party come out to them and represent the mass of the people in Jamaica who are laborers, poor people. But them wasn't really, it wasn't really about laborers. It was Bustamante using them popularity as a trade unionist now to get the most vote, because the poorest people in a most country are the biggest number, the biggest grouping of people in a most countries is the poor people. Biggest grouping. The poor people in a country usually is more numerous, plenty more numbers than any other group. Anyway, I don't want to stress on that too much unless people show an interest in that, and then we can go further in that discussion. Because it is best for us to look at the questions and talk about the things that most people are interested in, and that way you will gather and hold the interest of the people. So we can go with that piece of music you know. Named VC, named By a Man Deeds. Very popular in this music was very popular in 1992. VC, By a Man Deeds. Let's hear it now.
Sitting in your church on Sunday, thinking who you're gonna screw Monday, who you're gonna thief, who you're gonna rob. Take it as me till you say you can't fool God do. Every day you ball out, Jaja. Call yourself a dreadlocks Rasta. Terrorize the people on your lane, cause I saw you get wicked when you lick the code. By his deeds shall a man be known. Wanna ask you for a piece of bread, you give him stone. By his deeds shall a man be known. Natty up your head and worship Babylon throne. By his deeds shall a man be known. Straighten up your liberty and don't bow down. By his deeds shall a man be known. Mr. Money Man with your big money plan. Tell me where you get your first money from. How you plant your field, how you make your deal. Then compel your picnic, them fit don't smoke weed. Left your air condition office and gone a bar. Impress a little easy gal with your pretty car. When you're done, she said she have to get paid. What a fret you a go fret when you hear she have. By his deeds shall a man be known. Wanna ask you for a piece of bread, you give him stone. By his deeds shall a man be known. Natty up your head and worship Babylon throne. By his deeds shall a man be known. Straighten up your liberty and don't bow down. By his deeds shall a man be known.
Yes, VC talking about by the deeds shall, whether a man or woman, it's by what you do and how you move. That is what will make people know you and identify and know who you really are, different from the name that you give. Let us catch up with the live chat, so let us get into the live chat, you know. Starting with Sister D. Ruben, say greetings, Ross Bongo Jerry. Oneness and perfect love. And for the moment, thank you very much. Bob Cosmic say greetings, Bongo Jerry listeners across the globe. Del Ryan greet Monday blessings. Al Cable and said Toronto in the building. Kayan Brown, greetings to Jerry's small family. Rise up on our square. Balance and order vibration. Rastafari. Kayan Brown, continue. Yelling Bob Cosmic and Sister D. Ruben. Welcome, Black. Johnny Johnson say, help us on Warriors, Mexico. Texas and Mexico tune in. Thank you very much. Music color. Home of the Buffalo Soldiers. Marva Valentine say, one love and blessed progressive week. To Jerry and the family. I want to tell Marva, say, yes man, she have some music. She have music she recommending to me. I listen a little people, but I never listen enough. Remind me about it again. Thank you. Giants, leave it to say. Not another just ordinary people who are willing to do more than the ordinary. Okay, not another, okay. Just ordinary people who are willing to do more than the ordinary. Good. Mavis Weir say, good morning, my brother Jerry. Let's keep the fire burning, everything crash. By the Ethiopians. I think she requested some music there. A lot of people playing that music recently because it was a year like this, 1968, when almost every sector of workers, especially government workers, were striking and bringing industrial action. All right, next one. Donovan Island says, greetings, Bongo Jerry. Very important subject about Marcus Garvey and the India visit to Yard. Let me say this, that the Indian community is being taken over property. Bob Cosmic to Ken Brown to give thanks being on the right side of it. Sister D. Ruben, yelling all straight talk, family love and honor, respect. Johnny Johnson. Oh, talking about the Indian who was the Jamaica government name a piece of road after. I think that's the same person. So Johnny Johnson is pointing out B.R. Ambedkar, who is a doctor of philosophy from India, a true Garveyite, a Dravidian untouchable black city. Okay, you know, some of the people in India are regarded as and scorned as the below the rest of the people, and them call them untouchables. This man wrote the Constitution of India and was highly intelligent, more than Mahatma Gandhi, and a field marshal for the Dalits. Okay. Bob Cosmics say respect to all those in the chat. Yeah, man. Dinette Albasco, Yale, Marva Valentine, Yale and all, and our sister Delroy Henry. The greetings, Bongo Jerry. My belief in ordinary life, we hardly realize that we receive a great deal more than we give, and that is only with gratitude that life become rich. Bess FM shout out Bob Cosmic, same way to Marva Valentine. Hope all is well with you and yours. And Donovan Islet, Yale Bongo Jerry, the poor folks in a yard named the sweetie called Bustamante after Bustamante Prime Minister. Yes. He wasn't Prime Minister yet, but I believe them named the sweetie after him. It's a tough sweetie made out of boiling various ingredients, some wet sugar and some coconut trash and some other things, and boil it into a very tough sweetie. We don't call it Buster because them say tough. Like Buster because people usually boast and say Buster man, the tough one can take whole heap of difficulty. Let them say the sweet tough like Buster man, the backbone. Simeon Pingen say, okay, Bongo Jerry, all good. For not reading I don't understand. Goodness to all living things. Anyway, let's hear more piece of VC by his deeds. Carry us up to the 11 o'clock time.
Sitting in your church on Sunday, thinking who you're gonna screw Monday, who you're gonna thief, who you're gonna rob. Take it as me till you say you can't fool God too. Every day you ball out, Jaja. Call yourself a dreadlocks Rasta. Terrorize the people on your lane, cause I saw you get wicked when you lick the code. By his deeds, shall a man bend down.
You're simply the best, better than all the rest, better than anyone I ever met. You're simply the best.
Bess FM 100 on your dial. Keep listening. Special needs students Randy Greaves and Janice Reese are two young Jamaicans who are not allowing their physiological challenges to deter them from achieving their goals. Randy, who is visually impaired, is pursuing a master's degree in cancer research and precision oncology in Glasgow, Scotland. And Janice, who has cerebral palsy, recently graduated from the University of the West Indies with a degree in integrated marketing communication with a minor in Spanish. Both recently sat down with Vaughn Davis, host of the program Studio 58A, to share their journey to success. We bring you an excerpt of their interview.
The eyes, they're just moving from side to side without me moving them. So it severely affected my vision. Even when I started to go to school, it was basically an inconvenience to other students because I would have to stand up and I would have to go closer to the board. That made education a bit challenging for me. And then sometimes I would have to be borrowing people's books, and other times I just end up unable to actually do work in school because of my visual impairment. Even though I can see, I can't really see that well. So there are a lot of discouragement as to whether or not I should go to school. But my mom actually felt the need to send me to school, just like everybody else. She believed that her son had to get an education as well. Persons would look at me and say that, I don't think you can do this, or I don't think you can get very far because of your visual impairment. And so that kind of served as some form of motivation to actually prove that I can do well, I can go to school, I can achieve whatever I put my mind to.
All right, okay. Let's shift over to Janice. Talk to me, Janice. Give me a little bit about your journey, your story. What's it been like for you having cerebral palsy? Have you had a similar experience to Randy that you have had to overcome a lot of personal challenges just to really achieve the things that you want?
Yes, I can relate to a lot of what Randy was saying, especially about having to borrow notes, because cerebral palsy, it's disorder that affects your mobility and posture. It's caused by brain damage that people typically get at birth. It can affect your speech. It can affect a whole lot of stuff. I have what they consider to be mild cerebral palsy, but even though it's mild, it still has had an impact on my life. When it comes to doing physical stuff, I'm a bit slower. I'm a slow writer. I had to get extra time throughout primary school, CSEC, high school, UE. As a joke, one of my favorite teachers, she would always say that my handwriting, they're like scribbles. So because of that, I had to start taking digital notes, because sometimes I can't understand my handwriting either. Because I'm a slow writer, most of the times I didn't have any notes. So apart from trying to type notes, like I had to type out of the textbook because I'm also a sole typer, so it's not like I was typing in class. So I had to depend on textbook or the notes of other people as well. Thank God the day that we could finally take pictures of the whiteboard. That was something that was really helpful for me. I also had to endure people who didn't believe in me. I had to endure a lot of bullying, but definitely molded me to be the person that I am today, a person of strength and resilience.
Special needs students Randy Greaves and Janice Reese. Catch the full interview on our Facebook page at Jamaica Information Service, and don't forget to like, comment, and share.
A production of the Jamaica Information Service, the voice of Jamaica. Bess FM 100 on your dial. Keep listening.
Vejan Printers for all your printing needs. We specialize in calendars, flyers, brochures, and more. Call us today at 968-7506. That's 968-7506. Or visit us at 4 East Bloomsbury Road, off Hagley Park Road. Vejan Printers, your best choice in printing.
Praise the Lord, praise the Lord. God is good. This is your radio pastor and friend, Reverend Simon Peter Jones, inviting you, my friends, to listen every Tuesday evening on Best 100 FM at 7:30 p.m. for the program, The Voice of Hope, as we extend hope to the hopeless in this dying world. God is good. Be encouraged. Hope is in the Lord.
Half a tree, one and drive, half a tree. Bossy, how you do I take taxi star?
Jano, I want to tell you, say, 2 months now, my transmission mash up, and I check everybody and can't hear nothing positive.
Yeah, hear me? You waste all that time I shop around and never call the experts. Winters Auto have them. Them have over 35 years of experience and them diagnose the problem and get back your transmission brand new. For them service excellent and efficient. Trust me, man. Yeah, hear me? Call them at 929-7040 or go to them at 106 Maxfield Avenue, Kingston 13 and talk directly to the boss. Just tell them I'm me, send you.
Wow, you big star. Yeah, man, respect my boss.
I try calling her, cause trust me.
Winters Auto Spares and Repairs, good afternoon.
Ah, what a relief.
The Aeronautical School of the West Indies presents Squawk 876, a fun and informative program where you will learn about flying, aircraft systems, weather, maintenance, and much more. Tune in to Best 100 FM this and every Wednesday at 5 p.m. to 6 p.m.
It's good, it's better, but nothing beats. Best
Here to pick up the PC. Here to pick up the PC. Here to pick up the PC. Let the place look good, my brother. Let the place keep clean, my sister. Let the place look good, my brother. Let the place keep clean, my sister. So come along, my brother. Come along, my sister. Come along, my brother. Come along, my sister. Here to pick up the PC. Here to pick up the PC. Here to pick up the PC. Let the place look good, my brother. Let the place keep clean, my sister. Let the place look good, my brother. Let the place keep clean, my sister. So come along, my brother. Come along, my sister. 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 Come up the PC. Here to pick up the PC. My brother. Come along, come along, come
Yes, good morning and welcome back to the program. We're into the second hour of the program, you know. We're going to go to the telephone immediately. Good morning, welcome.
Welcome, Mr. Small.
Wagwan, Sakiata, Wagwan.
I'm there, Mr. Small. Good morning to your listener, your valuable caller.
Yeah, man.
Mr. Small, a peer match marathon are going all over the city, you know.
Mad what?
Match marathon. Mathematics marathons.
Yeah, why?
The CXC has published all its topic by topic that coming in the exams.
Yeah.
And the children of Jamaica is doing some last minute prep, you know?
Yeah.
Yes, Mr. Small, it's very serious what's going on out here in the education world. Marathons all over the city. Mr. Small.
Yeah, man.
What is the two most important subjects on earth in your opinion?
Oh, you talk academic subject?
Yeah, academics, yes.
Academic subject. Well, I don't get enough time to consider it, but two very important ones are not very near to one another. One is calculation. I wouldn't even say math. One is calculation. You got that? You got that?
Yeah, one is calculation.
Yeah. I wouldn't even say math, but you know, math, the ability, if you're going to teach a human being, the ability to calculate, not just maths, but to use the maths, you know, that means calculate.
You're very right, Mr. Small.
Calculation and probably the history of things, you know.
Well, Mr. Small, according to the experts,
yeah,
the three most important subjects on earth: mathematics, as you said, through calculations; English language, any language; and history.
Yeah.
Yes. And now, Mr. Small, I want to go in the most important subject on earth, the calculation, as you said.
Yes.
Yeah, one of the most important calculation that I know that human being must pay attention to is a calculation named debt to income.
Oh.
And when I say debt, I mean the amount of money that you owe on a monthly basis to your income that you get. That is a very serious calculation. Like me now, Mr. Smart.
Yeah.
Never.
Yeah.
My expense for the month is about 90,000 when I put in all of my expense then. Sometimes it go up as far as 150,000 a month, depending on the month of the year, you know, birthday and all of those Mother's Day thing and thing.
Not all of them is recurrent expense. Recurrent expense mean the expenses that will come on you every month. Because not every month you're going to have to buy a birthday provision. So that is not a recurrent expense.
Exactly, that's why. So we could do the needs expense then. Like the water rate, cable and food and medicine.
Commodity, yeah.
Yeah, about 90,000 a month, right? Compared to our income now of about 150,000 a month on average, right?
Yeah.
Now, during the strike the other day at the Water Commission especially, I was talking to a manager over there who was in the strike.
Over where?
And I over Water Commission on Morasco Road.
Right.
I know enough of them over there. And he said that he got $250,000 a month, and he said that is monkey money. So he said to him, $250,000 a month is monkey money. He said, yes, never. What do you think about that, Mr. Smart?
Him used to work more money before?
No.
So in whose estimation is monkey money? Somebody else? Him friend them earn more money than him?
Yes, as a manager, you know, when they have this manager status, they think that they should be keep getting more and more.
Yeah.
That is one of our big problem in Jamaica. So that ratio now that I'm telling you that the debt to equity 90,000 to 150. It's when I get older, Mr. Small.
Yeah.
And start live off what the system called pension that I save up.
Yeah.
My income based on pension going to cut by 3/4. By 2/3. Because when you check the pension that coming from places like Sagicor or NIA, instead of I earning my 150 to cushion my expense, which going to get higher, my pension going to fall to about 50,000 a month. So the calculation of the system is not right, Mr. Smart. And you know who making these calculations for us?
Oh.
They call themselves government. Mr. Small, I want to tell the people of Jamaica who listen to your show, and I want to heal up all of the Rasta man them who sell belt up at the park, near the park in Alfred Tree. Them listen to your show every day, Mr. Small.
Or them sell belt?
Yeah, them sell belt.
Oh, I know them, man.
Yeah, some serious Rasta man.
Yeah, man, I know them, man. I pass them almost every day. Yell.
Yeah, I want to heal them up. And Mr. Small, the system is designed for us to get poorer as we get older. And I'm going to tell the people this in a breaking news. You see that shipload of money, that one coming from England and one coming from Germany. See, when those money hit the shores, Mr. Small.
Which shipload of money that?
The money that they're going to change out, Mr. Small.
I don't understand.
This year. The money with Siaga upon it and Michael Manley upon it. You know that those money coming. The $2,000 note.
Yeah.
And the one, all the notes them that you have in your pocket looking at now, all of those notes going to change. This year, you know.
Go on, man.
So when they're changing out your money like that, Mr. Small, they're going to disturb the underworld economy. And that is one of the tools that they're using to fight organized crime in Jamaica.
Oh, yeah? How that go?
Yeah. All right. You ever hear about the largest bank robbery, Mr. Small?
In where?
That took place in Iraq before the 9/11. No, after just before America invaded Iraq. You know that was the greatest bank robbery where they robbed the bank and them have all of these Iraqi money stored up all over the place. So that when the Americans come, they could have money to eat food and live their life. You know what the Americans did? They changed the currency when they invaded the country. And that's how they disturb the underworld economy and get rid of Saddam Hussein. It's the same thing going to happen here. Let me tell you.
Yeah.
They're going to give, they know. Down at the Bank of Jamaica, Mr. Byers, the manager for down there, Mr. Byers.
Yeah.
He knows that enough money not coming back into the bank system when they look at the figures, how much money is supposed to be in the economy. And they know that a lot of Chinese, they know that a lot of high-profile criminal hiding money involved in their houses. And they're going to disturb that cash flow by changing the money. And that is one of the ways they plan to defeat organized crime in Jamaica. That's a breaking news coming from the Bank of Jamaica.
Then why them announce it?
Huh?
And why them announce it?
They don't announce it. I am telling you.
What do you mean breaking
Because,
news?
yeah.
What do you mean breaking news coming from the Bank of Jamaica?
Then, Mr. Smart, did you know that the government is now taking intelligence from AI, what they call artificial intelligence in Israel?
Yeah, man.
Hallelujah! No, you never tell me.
We talk about that more one time on the program.
Eh?
We talk about that more than one time on the program.
And you know that when they sell the text for the Water Commission, they expect to raise more money than what was raised in FinSA.
Yeah.
To be continued, Mr. Smart.
All right, thank you very much. Huh? By the way, before I forget, I yell two brethren. One of them held and one of them not so held up. In St. Elizabeth, the Treasure Beach, Mr. Powell. I should find out him first name now. Mr. Powell, who live abroad for several years. Mr. Powell, anybody know him? Him live near down to Jake's, near the Jerk Center, that near to Jake's. Mr. Powell, who live abroad between England and Canada for many years before he returned to Jamaica, and also an ex-brother. Several people down there, but especially him and an ex-brother named Mr. Hill, who listen to this program quite regularly. Met them down there, and matter of fact went down there to meet them. And it was very worthwhile going to meet them and having a discussion with them. Mr. Hill and Mr. Powell in Treasure Beach there. And some more of them friend them, but mainly they was two. A couple more live chat here. Marva Valentine say the system is not working in the new track, Jerry. New track. What's your take on all these 4 teachers passing in space of 24 hours? 4 teachers. Heart attack. 4 teachers passing in space of 24 hours. So you have to tell me more about that. I'm not understanding. 2 U.S. congressmen both had stroke on Friday. Go on figure. And Bob Cosmic said a request. Would you please play Forward Forever by Scatronics Jamaica? Jerry, I know when you play this song, your head will move to the beat and you will tap your feet as a part of the musical spacecraft. Okay. I still have to maintain a certain kind of procedure with the music, Don't smooth it out completely yet. By the way, this latest mass shooting in America in a city, in a small New York city named Buffalo. 10 people shot dead and 3 other people shot and injured by a 18-year-old white boy. Let's get back to that. Good morning and welcome to the program.
Yeah, there's something there you said me talk about today. The youth shot 10 somebody and 3 more, 13 somebody in all.
Yeah.
But you said 10 somebody dead.
10 dead and him shot 3 more.
Oh, because him plead not guilty and him talk about some mental something to and him plead not guilty.
Mental what?
About,
Mental what?
Yeah, them say like them go check him out mentally.
Yeah, him going.
Yeah. I'm sure them plead not guilty though. You never laugh.
No, well, you see, that's frequently they try to make their case ridiculous that you laugh and say they're mad. This is a way of getting away from the full penalty, I believe.
Yeah. But as they are talking about that, the brethren always call and say hate white people.
Yes.
The mother brethren never saying hate them, straight hate.
Yeah.
All right, let me see now. Say, let's use me and you, right, as just as an example. Yeah, me just talk about me and you, right?
Right.
All right, say, me and you are kind of an enemy, right?
Yeah.
And when we look around, we see a bigger enemy come at the both of us, right?
Yeah.
We're much bigger than you is to me and me is to you.
Yeah.
the wisest thing is to do is for us to put our petty enemy thing aside and deal with the bigger enemy, don't
Yeah, put your petty differences. You have different. You and your big enemy. You and the main enemy have big difference. But you and the other one, me and you have petty difference.
Yeah. So we should just and deal with the bigger problem.
Yeah.
Let's say, me understand, because if I set up people keep dealing your people a certain way, I can understand. Because I drive a hate feelings inside of you, you know. And I understand that, you know.
Yeah.
But guess what? To me, I always feel like, you say, when people hate me is not the worst hate. To me, it's when me hate myself is the worst hate to me.
Yes.
You know, so we, you know, as a people, we're supposed to unite more and look through everything we are going, you know, against I and I, you know.
Yeah.
We're supposed to rally on ourselves more, you know.
Yeah.
We're supposed to love ourselves more, you know. We're supposed to watch over ourselves more, you know. We're supposed to unite with little resources together more, you know.
Yeah.
We're supposed to make sure that we teach the pitney them our fullness more, you know, our
values.
Leaders
who
come teach us about life more, you know. But when you look for our people now, and it's like, we want to be part of them. We want to look like them, change the skin color to look like them, change the ear texture to look like them. You know, still a run behind. You know, to me, that's the biggest problem we have.
Yes,
you know?
yes. When you see the lack of confidence that people have, because I don't like to, I kind of start, less and less I indulge in criticizing other people because they move different from me. So, you hear me talk much about the drop off of pants style where some of the young man have on them thing, because I kind of lay off of criticizing people for how them choose to move, but that is like a petty difference. I'm going to try to concentrate on a major difference where both me and the youth, where we have the drop off of pants style, have bigger enemy and bigger opposition. So it better both me and the youth, where we the drop off of pants style, concentrate on the bigger enemy more than me see the youth as an enemy and them see me a old boy as an enemy, right?
Yeah.
So but at the same time, when you see how many people like this drop off of pants style where them have to walk and hold up them pants, and when you see so many people hate them own skin color, that at least quarter of the people that you're passing up and down on the street, whether in a car and them in a car, or whether you on foot and them on foot, or whether in a shop and them in a shop with you, it seems like at least quarter of the population do something already for start change them skin color. When I see them thing, then I cannot stop remember that it's because of lack of confidence or is attention. In other words, what them doing is vain to change your skin color because you feel like other people's skin color better than you. That is a form, that is vain, that not really help.
Sure.
And that is when things don't help and have no real use, but you're paying a lot of attention to it. That is what they call vanity. It means vanity. In other words, it can't help you, but you still pay attention to it.
Yeah.
But it can't get a nice feeling. Can you imagine? Say, if you deep down know, say, people have a lighter skin color than you are not really better than you. But because it make other people think of you as being light skinned, you still go spend plenty money and spend the time to get your skin lighter. Yeah. Although say it's not going to make you better. That means you are very vain. In other words, you are willing to do things that not going to help, but it just make you feel good for a little. Yeah. That is the heights of vanity. Also, if a youth or any age man, because I'm a man all 50 or nearly 60, have pants a drop off of them and them a walk and hold up because it make them look younger.
Yeah.
And if people like admiration so much, that them willing to wear a style like that and a walk and a hold up them pants. And yet them know it don't make them richer or it don't make them any better. You know that them willing to do things even though it is in vain. So you know them as vanity make people follow fashion blindly, you know. And them have to know what is the latest thing I go on and them have to get one other fashion there and wear. Those are vanities. So a lot of people are willing to do things that them know don't help them, but it give them a little feeling.
Yeah.
So feelings, you know, yeah.
Yeah, cause you see, all right, when them a view life away there and a program life away there, I mean, if you look on these people, cause something when me always meditate about them, when me always say, you know, hey, I love that do about them. Them seem to study hard, them study everything, you know, and with a bigger knowledge, knowing more things and how things can operate and work, it put you in a better position to make your life more easier, make you more creative, and make you more comfortable, you know. And when you look them now, put them the energy there behind education and learning, you know. You know, so you know, so them in a deep vanity world, vain world.
Yeah.
You know. Like again, you can look on the material and the spiritual, which is both part of creation. You know, but when a person feel like he have got billions of dollars in a bank and 10 house and 100 cars, right? But at the same time, make sure say on the spiritual side, he establish and make sure maintain the morals and the justice and the respect for each other. They may not be what for vanity and turn on kill off them one another left it, everything comes in at the long run. They call that vain again.
Yeah.
You know, so but one thing merely me they call about when me have for my mind though. Alright. With the Bible, right?
Yeah.
You have the 12 tribe of Israel, and you have Judah, and the next tribe. As time go by, a little separation go on. That's a big separation, right?
Yeah.
So, me a little meditate. Me never going on a deep study about it, but come to my mind all the while, and I go ask you, how the word Jew come about? Because the Jews supposed to be the Judeans, you know, the tribe of...
Yeah, well, hear this now.
Tribe.
Yeah, okay. The 12 tribe of Israel never begin as the 12 tribe of Israel. Them never even begin as Israel. Is a man in the ancient world, and him successful in life, and most men successful in life materially, them usually able to link up with more than one woman, right?
Yeah.
Because them successful, them can feed woman, them can provide for her. If she get pregnant and if more than one get pregnant, it now go flabbergasted and make him run out of money because him have more than one set of money.
Yeah.
So that man successful in life, eventually him accumulate 4 female partner. And the 4 female partner having children one after the other. This year this one have, and she might not have for another 4 years, but in the other 4 years till before she have a next one. And next one are what them would call mating at them time. And next one of them man, woman, them have children. So eventually them have 13 children. Him and the 4 women have 13 children. And 12 of the children them is boy.
Yeah.
Or him named Jacob. Well, after him pass through all kind of experience and him get conscious that there is a higher intelligence where him get him intelligence from.
Yeah.
So him start try communicate with that higher intelligence that him can get more of the intelligence. Because that's the reason why human being try to communicate with a higher power where them get the little power them have from. Because them say, boy, if I can communicate back with the higher power where give me the little power me have, I'm supposed to can get some more. So human beings start to communicate with the higher intelligence or the higher power where for them won't come from. And they must say to the higher power, say, I want you give me a powerful name. I have a name where make me feel very powerful. Because your name what you have, you know. when you find out that the name have good meaning, it make you feel good. And you think about that thing there all the while.
Sure.
And many people would like to get a better name. Or because them know that the name of them have good and it make them feel so good. If them get a even better name, them going to feel better.
Sure.
So many times human being were looking more goods, more of the same. Them get some a good brain, them want more of the same. Them get a good speed in a run, them want more of the same. Him usually talk to himself, to the life within himself, or in a herself. Talk to that life in themself, which is talking to the source. So you can get more from, and say, give me more nice lady like how you give me them 4 nice lady. Give me more children like how you give me them 15 children there. And give me more name, because you give me a good name and it help me. Want more name, want a better name. So this man one night, him there ask, say boy, I want a better name. Till eventually a better name come to him. You hear me?
Yeah, I hear you.
And the better name will come to him say, boy, you really fight hard to get this better name, you know.
Yeah.
You're a good fighter.
Because you fight with man and win, and you fight with God and win.
Yeah, so you're a good fighter, so I'll give you the name now. Good fighter or God fighter.
Mm-hmm.
And God fighter in that man language was Israel. Because fighter or soldier is Israel.
Yeah.
And the God did name El or all.
Yeah.
El mean all, you know.
Yeah, strong, mighty, powerful, yeah.
So him get the name him ask for. Better name. Boy, you're a real soldier, you know. You're a good soldier. Matter of fact, you're the soldier of all good.
Yeah.
So you're the soldier of God, Israel. So that's now them start, children now start name the children of Israel. Them now name the children of Jacob again.
Mm-hmm.
And later on, after some hundreds of years, them get so numerous and thousands and rich and strong. And each one of the sons have so much descendant. Like how me have 17 grand picnic. By the next 100 year, all when my body done, me will probably have thousands of descendants. You understand me?
Sure.
So that family now, it grow from being a family now till it grow to be a whole nation. So in each one of the son them, descendant now, them start call them a tribe. So instead you have 12 sons of Jacob now, you have 12 tribe of the soul, they have God. 12 tribe of Israel, because Israel means soldier of God, or militant fighter of all. El mean El is the same as Allah. You know, say El and Allah have the same meaning.
Yeah, me know.
El is the Hebrew language, Allah is the Muslim, is the Arabic language. Yeah. English language is all, where you get Almighty. All of them come from the same root. El, Al, all, Allah.
Yeah. But with all respect, Joseph, my brother, never go get little girl to school, so never call about little more, yeah?
Yes, sir, because that's one of the main job, getting
more.
Securing the education. Thank you very much. Next call, good morning, welcome.
Good morning, Mr. Small.
Morning, Mama. Miss Thompson, this?
Yes.
Oh, you sound so special this morning.
my studio.
Oh, you change the studio, you sound like a little young girl.
Okay. You know, this is a standby studio for me, you know.
That's good when that's good when you can have a standby, because I was coming to this topic there with Wayne a little while.
Yes.
About standby,
because
about standby. Yes. We will soon come back to standby. Yeah, man. You know standby studio, so what going?
Yes. And the topic with the pants, you know, we call it now.
You drop off our waist pants.
Yeah, they dropping down the pants when you're talking.
Yeah.
Yeah, when I was in the States, I have this article where 2 black men, you know, their pants down below their bottom, going down. So
then what keep it up? What keep it up?
I don't know, but they have their hands holding.
Can you imagine? Them hand off your wallet up.
Yes. So you have an ex-black one who graduated from college with his master, and the picture was there with him.
Yeah.
So he said to the other, to the young man, show your talents and not your behind.
Ah, ha, ha.
So, they say again, it's in the prison this thing started.
Yes, that's what I get to find.
Yeah, when they shackle them, the pants can't see up the pants, they drop down.
And I hear all. You mean when you say shackle? You mean when them handcuff them together?
Yeah, their feet.
Or them shackle them feet? Oh.
Yeah.
What I get to learn from about 20 years ago is that partly as a result of when you go to jail, even before them try and send you to prison. From when you go to jail, a lot of people them remove them belt from around them waist and any shoelace where them have on or any long string where them have. Because them say them now leave them with nothing, make them can hang themselves in jail. Or use that long string or belt for gallows the next man and choke him. So them always have a way for take with belt and shoelace. And afterwards, when guy come from jail, him want the other youth and neighborhood respect him, say him a jail man. So him come start wear no belt. Say him just come from jail. I don't know if that part true, but I heard that from long ago.
Mm-hmm.
But it's definitely a jailhouse style.
Mm-hmm. Like somebody who I know, it was a Jamaican, but he get his citizenship in the USA. So there's some ganja thing in fall to. They set up on him and say, they must do that, sell ganja or something.
Oh.
So when they take him in, they strip him, Him say him cry. Them take off all him clothes.
Yeah.
Yeah. And him say him cry. To see how, what they did to him. And him have to, before people, them strict search and strict...
Yeah, man, police do me that, man, for the same reason, for try to humiliate me. Police do me that. In front of dozens of people in a jail.
Imagine.
Can you imagine? And them are some sodomites,
Yes, exactly. So, these are the slavery demons.
Sodom and Gomorrah people, them.
Yeah.
They get pleasure out of that.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. That's what they, and then they will laugh with them cronies and, say, yeah, man, this is what we...
all women did it the night when them do me that now for 3 jail. All women did it, Not only dozens of men.
Okay. Imagine. They are such a demons, Yeah. So, anyway, I'm here listening.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mr. Thompson. So, as I say, I criticize and comment less upon certain things more than before because I don't want to antagonize. I don't want to antagonize nobody. But I think it's more worthwhile to attack the behavior that is an enemy to all of us. More than to criticize or attack some people behavior that is personal choice and fashion, Yeah, man, this 18-year-old teenager in America who arm up himself very much and prepare himself long time. He have enough money, plenty money for buy a big gun, new automatic rifle and whole heap of ammunition. And him is just 18 years old, and yet him determined because a lot of the people who have bad mind, like all Trump, them have bad mind from them young. A lot of people have bad mind. Just like how people have good mind. Them entertain good mind from them young. And Trump grow up as a troublemaker. And this youth have them troublemaking. I hear that them have this troublemaking behavior from a long time. And the hatred that him grow up and feel, other older people that have it to him catch it from them, him learn it from them. And yet, at 18 years old, him go kill 10 people. And because him feel a hatred against a certain other set of people. I remember, them defending America, say America is a white nation. America is not no black people nation. You must just here and work. But you must be one of the people who come to enjoy a nice life in America. You must just come and work and help them to be more comfortable, help them to make more money. It's a little immature, it's a sick mentality, but I go. Yeah, the numbers are 619-1508, 619-1508, and 279-8473, 279-8473. Today is, I noticed another thing yesterday. The front, for pages, almost about 5 pages of one newspaper was featuring the subject of people smoking in public. You remember a few years ago, there was a campaign that lasted several years till the law was passed that it is illegal to be smoking in public places, and people did cut down them smoking even in bar. I was surprised to see how many people did start to abide by the rules, that even sitting in a bar, most bar you hardly find anybody smoking because them realize that is a new law and rule. And not only that, them realize that it is true that smoking inside of enclosed places, you're inconveniencing other people a lot. Everybody come to realize that. No, say you're inconveniencing other people a lot. And people are taking the smoke where you blow it, make it even worse. So people had cut back a lot on the smoking in public spaces. But as I said, Sunday Gleaner yesterday, one in the newspaper, had about 5 pages of photograph and article talking about, say, most people know a lot of smoking start take place back in the public, and nobody, police hardly implementing the law against smoking in public. You hardly hear people being arrested and carry go court and them way there. It only remind me, because yesterday was the 15th of May. It remind me that on the 17th of May, one time, I did stop smoke. And it's one of the greatest things I ever do for myself. Because a long time I know that smoking not good for me. And if it's not good for me, it's not good for other people around me. And if I am causing other people near me to take in smoke, although them never want to smoke no cigarette, or them never want to smoke no ganja, but I am still causing them to take in smoke because I am doing it near me. I know a long time, so this behavior is not good for anybody, neither for me nor the people near me. And finally, after a couple of years of struggling with how to really stop, I achieved the seriousness when I stop smoke. 17, tomorrow date when I make 35 years, I stop smoke. I feel so good because it's few things I ever do will benefit me so much. It's great when you can do things that is very good for yourself and find, say, without spending any money. You can do things that make you very much more better off and better in every kind of way. And before that, I did smoke for 25 years, most of true. Just like the 18-year-old youth to come hate people till them kill 10 people and shoot more. I follow people and go smoke. Because young youth usually follow what them say older people do, because you just arrive on the earth. And if older people doing something, I'd say nice, you are liable to try it out. And if it really have some little form of pleasure, although it no good, you are liable to indulge yourself in them the behavior for a while. Could be a short while, could be a long while, but with me it was a long while because I was 13 years old when I started smoke regular. 13-year-old when I started smoke regular, and I smoked for another 25 years. So can you imagine? You start smoke when you're 13. You taste cigarette before that, you know. All the while, one cigarette, you taste cigarette. But I never really usually finish a cigarette. But when we are 13, I start smoke as a habit. Regular. And can you imagine for double the amount of time where you live already at 13 years? Well, not even double the amount of yes, for double the amount of time. 13-year-old and start smoking, and for the next double 13, almost 26 years. Continue smoking almost non-stop. Bad thing that. But I feel so good when I realize that I just face the reality and stop. I find some way to stop myself from doing this thing, which is a wicked thing to myself. Wicked in every kind of way. Make you smell bad. Make you feel bad. And make you think bad too. Make you think bad. Not only think bad, but you think bad. Play a piece on, or I think we have some more live chat. No, I don't think we have any more yet. Yes, we do. More live chat. Chat from Pablo of Music, Ira Bongo Jerry. Greetings to the Bess FM crew. All attentive listeners and callers, and glad to be present, Ira. Yeah, man, Ira. Bob Cosmic said the shooter in Buffalo said he was influenced by the Brit Brenton Tarrant, the Australian-born mass murderer who murdered many Muslim people in a mosque in New Zealand in 2019. Usually influence lead to more people doing the same thing. Young Precious said, life, blessings unto each and everyone who is listening Bess FM. Enough love and respect. Pittsburgh in the building up and running. General Uncle Bongo Jerry. Pablo of Music said, if we can remember Mussolini, Hitler, and the Majesty, we can see the similarities with dump and the extremist action fast becoming normal. Remind me who is dump. What is dump again? I heard it since man, but it slipped me what it is again. Trump. Trump. I must say Trump. Pablo attack. Not true. Ricardo Porter says, shout out to all listeners across the world. True. Alan Michelle says, blessed man and Sela, more life, more love. Small and Bess FM. Good. Have a nice week, Jerry. Thank you very much. Ken Brown said, unsatisfied with the state of affairs. With the state of government. No. Unsatisfied with the state of affairs imposed by political government. US fully confident in examining judging situation clearly. No, us fairly confident in examining judging situation clearly. Intention, read corrupt, J and P. Out now. Ken Brown said, yes, Jerry, alright. The style of wearing pants below your waist come from the prisoners in the American jail, where they take off all belts and accessories, no style in the inner city, okay? Alright. We can't get music. Okay, me have it. Yes, the numbers again. 619-1508. 619-1508 and 279-8473. 279-8473. Alright, we want to hear from the Supremes, and we also want to hear from our callers. But let's go with the Supremes now. Because things look like long and things look impossible, but the nature of life is that as long as you keep your health and you keep your head and your sights up, things will get better. And as the Supremes was saying, someday more and more of us will be together. Ready for them? Nice.
Someday we'll be together. Wanna say, wanna say, wanna say it. Yes, we will, yes, we will. Some sweet day. I know, 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 I know, I know. My love is your baby. All right from the start. You possess my soul now, honey. And I know you own my heart, and I wanna say it. Some sweet day. Yes, we will, yes, we will. Tell everybody now. Yes, we will, yes, we will. A long time ago, now, sweet thing. I made a big mistake, honey. I said goodbye. Oh, baby, ever since that day, now, all I wanna do, is cry, cry. Hey, I long for you. Every night. Ooh, just to kiss your sweet, sweet lips, baby. Oh, you ever so tight, and I wanna say it. Someday we'll be together. Yes, we will, yes, we will. Someday we'll be together. Yes, we will, yes, we will. Someday we'll be together. Hun, 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 hun. Someday we'll be together.
Yes, boy, I tell you. I just realize, some of them time I remind me, I just realize what some of them time I really remind me about, you know. Yeah, man, way back, when you're a young person and you find all your family a break up. One of the biggest shock that, as a young person you find, say, your family a break up. I tell you, man, that coming like the end of the world. And then when young people start realize, say, them is the greatest value them have a break up, them time they know them realize, say, that must never happen again, and that must never happen again. I could hear about the Supremes, I tell you. 1969 or 70.
And I know you own my heart, and I wanna say
Nation deserves a great radio station. 100.5 Bess FM for the good of all Jamaicans.
You're simply the best. Better than all the rest. Better than anyone. Anyone I ever met. You're simply the best.
Bess FM 100 on your dial. Keep listening.
Good day, I'm Anthony Morgan with JIS Midday News for Monday, May 16. Coming up, Indian President in Jamaica for state visit. Finance Minister appeals for patience among public sector workers, and NWA building out fiber optic network. The news in detail after the break.
Household workers. Did you know that as a worker, you too can benefit from the NIS? Yes, you too can contribute to the NIS and access benefits such as health insurance, maternity allowance, retirement pension, and others. And get this, the contribution is only $250 per week. So if you're a household worker, chauffeur, gardener, or caregiver, contact the nearest NIS office. Ask about registering and making your contributions to the National Insurance Scheme. A message from the Ministry of Labour and Social Security.
Now the news. Minister of Finance and the Public Service, Dr. Nigel Clark, is cautioning public sector workers that further industrial action could cost jobs, as well as lead to a decline in government revenue and budgetary cuts. The minister delivered a statement on Sunday in response to the incidents observed last week, due in part to uncertainties surrounding the public sector compensation reform process. Dr. Clark is appealing for patience, noting that further industrial action could interrupt and reverse the economic recovery gains made.
We know you have been hearing things, sharing figures, viewing calculations, and there may be some misunderstandings about how this will all work. It is certainly possible that in some instances you are receiving partial and incomplete information out of context. I humbly ask that you avoid conclusions at this point. There is a consultative process underway.
Dr. Clark says the ministry has already met with 45 out of 47 central government bargaining groups and unions, noting that workers will have the opportunity to provide feedback in the second round of consultations set to begin shortly. He adds that public bodies will be engaged within the next 6 months, following the current phase covering central government. President of the Republic of India, Ramnath Kovind, is in Jamaica for a 4-day state visit. President Kovind, who is the first president of India to visit Jamaica, was greeted at the Norman Manley International Airport in Kingston by a delegation of state and government officials led by Governor General Sir Patrick Allen and Prime Minister Andrew Holness on Sunday. The president's visit coincides with Jamaica's 60 independence celebrations, which also marks 60 years of diplomatic relations between Jamaica and India. President Kovind is accompanied by First Lady Savita Kovind and other delegates from India. During his visit, Mr. Kovind will pay a courtesy call on the Governor General. He will also meet with Prime Minister Holness and engage in other activities, including laying a wreath at the shrine of Jamaica's first national hero, Marcus Garvey, and an engagement with the Indian community in Jamaica. President Kovind will leave Jamaica on Wednesday. The National Works Agency NWA will continue to build out its fiber optic network to connect key sections of its infrastructure during the 2022-23 fiscal year. Minister without portfolio in the Ministry of Economic Growth and Job Creation with responsibility for works, Everald Warmington, says the continued rollout of the program will benefit the traveling public as well as ministries, departments and agencies of government.
The National Works Agency has been at the forefront of building out a public safety network for the government and people of Jamaica to connect key sections of its infrastructure, such as traffic signals and its intelligent traffic management center.
In the meantime, Mr. Warmington further noted that the NWA, in collaboration with the Ministries of Justice and Science, Energy and Technology, will be working to provide broadband connectivity to 13 more courts across the island. 9 courts were connected under the partnership in the 2021-22 fiscal year. And the Minister of Agriculture and Fisheries, Pernell Charles Jr., is encouraging cocoa farmers to keep applying best practices to ensure the continued reduction of the frosty pod rot disease on the island. Minister Charles says the ministry's aggressive program to treat the problem in affected areas has been yielding positive results. He adds that over 6,000 acres have so far been treated for the frosty pod rot disease, benefiting more than 2,000 farmers across the island.
The management measures implemented are having a positive impact, with an increase in production yield in the major cocoa production areas of St. Mary and Clarendon, and a reduction in the prevalence of the disease in the cocoa sector.
Minister Charles says the team at the Plant Health and Quarantine Inspection Branch in the ministry will continue to work with farmers across the island to implement the intervention measures. That was JIS News. I'm Anthony Morgan.
A production of the Jamaica Information Service, the voice of Jamaica.
My fellow Jamaicans, good evening. Many of us would have observed the incidences of industrial action in the public sector last week with concern. Jamaica has shown great resilience in the face of monumental and historic economic adversity brought on by the global COVID-19 pandemic, and today we are experiencing a recovery of jobs and economic output way ahead of other countries in our region, and in a manner that defies our historical experience. Companies are expanding, new hotels are being built, and residential and commercial and warehousing construction continues to increase. For the first time in living memory, many businesses are actually reporting a shortage in available labor. Jamaica is undoubtedly moving forward, though we still have a long way to go. However, this much needed economic recovery can easily be interrupted and reversed if services are disrupted due to industrial action. Such a reversal would set Jamaica back tremendously, costing jobs. This would negatively impact us all, from the decline in government revenues that would follow and the cuts in budgetary expenditure that would then become necessary. Jamaica cannot afford this. On behalf of all Jamaicans, therefore, I appeal to all public sector employees for patience and for calm. We understand your apprehension. We understand your fear. We know that you have been waiting a long time for the compensation restructuring reform, and many are now anxious about what it might mean for you. We know you have been hearing things, sharing figures, viewing calculations, and there may be some misunderstandings about how this will all work. It is certainly possible that in some instances, you are receiving partial and incomplete information out of context. I humbly ask that you avoid conclusions at this point. There is a consultative process underway. Things will be much clearer once these consultations with your union or bargaining group are completed. For a complex and ambitious reform such as this restructuring of public sector compensation across all of government for 110,000 public sector employees organized into 47 central government bargaining units and 140 public bodies, there has to be an established process as we drive towards implementation. The process is that for those who work in central government, civil servants, police, teachers, nurses, doctors, dentists, other healthcare workers, correctional officers, firefighters, etc., we have been engaged in consultations with your union and bargaining group representatives. The Ministry of Finance and the Public Service has already met with 45 out of the 47 central government bargaining groups and unions. You will have the opportunity to provide feedback, which will be considered in the second round of consultations which will shortly begin. There is therefore an established mechanism through which concerns, misconceptions, and/or misunderstandings can be addressed. Please take us at our word that no public sector employee will be worse off. Some persons have responded to this assurance with calculations, valid or invalid, that supposedly demonstrate a decline in net pay as a supposed refutation of this assurance. This is misplaced. The assurance is not a statement that contends that everyone is better off with the proposals on the table. We are aware that in any set of proposals designed to cover 110,000 public sector employees, there could be cases where the proposed changes lead to less net pay. What the assurance instead means, however, is that wherever through reasoned, objective, and data-driven feedback, it can be proven that someone would indeed be worse off, we will work to find a fix. For public sector employees employed to public bodies, I know that you have heard where your colleagues in central government are in receipt of information about the compensation restructuring, and your management and your representatives have not yet been able to tell you when your consultations will begin. This has been met with displeasure. I completely understand that. For those public bodies such as the National Water Commission, the National Irrigation Commission, the Broadcasting Commission, Civil Aviation Authority, PICA, Petrojam, among others, where the agitation for reclassification exercises predates the commencement of this all-of-government compensation restructuring reform, it is particularly irksome for you that from your perspective, now that compensation restructuring is here, you now seem to be at the back of the queue. The irony for you is too much to absorb. I understand that too. Given the huge scope of this exercise, however, and its complexity, for better or worse, we decided to conclude with central government first and then engage with public bodies. Given current timelines, we anticipate that engagement with public bodies will occur within the next 6 months, similar to the timeline provided to the NWC. Though this timeline may seem far away, I ask you to consider that such a comprehensive reform with respect to public sector compensation has no precedent in Jamaica. It has never happened before. We have been ambitious in looking after your interests. We therefore ask for patience. We need the same patience which allowed the hard-working teams to complete 4 years of work setting up the policy framework for this reform, engaging the public sector about its key elements, procuring and engaging the services of multinational consultants, collecting and analyzing data on 110,000 jobs, designing and completing surveys, modeling, forecasting, and communicating. After enduring the road phase of this reform marathon, we have now entered the stadium and are actually on the home stretch in full visibility of the finish line. It is supreme patience that got us here. As close as we are, we cannot now afford to collapse on the track. Instead, fueled by that same patience, together we can make it across the finish line. We are further strengthening our partnership with our trade union partners and bargaining groups, with whom we have achieved tremendous things over the years. This process is and will be inclusive and will consider all views. We have approached the restructuring of public sector compensation with great ambition. Working with our partners in the trade unions and bargaining groups, we are doing what has never been done before in Jamaica. The public sector has been through a long night, and the day of reform finally approaches. But, my fellow Jamaicans, it is always darkest just before dawn. Let not the darkness of this brief pre-dawn period lead us to stumble as a society. Kicking our own can of milk over, even if unintended, will only delay the emergence of daylight. And even then, with spilt milk, daylight would not be sustained. Patience and orderly discourse, on the other hand, will allow a sustainable dawn to emerge. You can rely on the partnership between the government, trade unions, and bargaining groups to secure the interests of all public sector employees and the wider Jamaican society as we advance this ambitious, necessary, and important reform. I will continue to keep you updated. God bless you, and God bless Jamaica.
BBC News. Hello, this is Jerry Smith. The McDonald's Corporation is selling its business in Russia in response to the war in Ukraine. The burger chain said the humanitarian crisis had made for an unpredictable business environment. Earlier, the French carmaker Renault said it was ending its own dealings in Russia. Theo Leggett reports.
Renault had initially resisted calls to leave Russia. But after the company, along with some other French businesses, was directly criticised by Ukraine's President Zelensky for allegedly sponsoring the Russian war machine, it suspended its Russian operations. Now it's pulling out altogether. Meanwhile, McDonald's says it's looking to sell its entire chain of restaurants in Russia, all of which have been closed since early March. It says continued ownership of the business is no longer tenable or consistent with its values.
Ukraine says troops that have been counterattacking near the city of Kharkiv have reached the Russian border. The Ukrainian Defense Ministry has published a video purportedly showing soldiers from a territorial defense brigade restoring a frontier post. James Waterhouse has the details.
We have made it, Mr. President. We are here, shout Ukrainian soldiers next to a new border sign. And the governor of the northeastern Kharkiv region claims defending troops have pushed the Russians all the way back to the border. It's not yet clear how many forces have counterattacked and where, but it seems that the Ukrainians are gradually pushing the Russian army out of artillery range of their second largest city. They're also trying to retake the strategically important city of Izum, while Moscow's focusing its efforts on the eastern Donbass region.
Lithuania's foreign minister has said the European Union is being held hostage by one country over proposals to introduce new sanctions against Russia, including an oil embargo. Gabrielius Landsbergis made the remarks, apparently directed against Hungary, on arrival at a meeting of EU foreign ministers in Brussels. Hungary's Prime Minister, Viktor Orban, who traditionally has close relations with Vladimir Putin, says an oil embargo would devastate the economy. Representatives of the Roman Catholic Church have accused Israel of violating an agreement to uphold the freedom of religion after its security forces kicked and beat mourners at the funeral of the Palestinian-American journalist Shireen Abu Akleh. Here's Tom Bateman.
The representative of the Holy See said Israel had brutally violated the first article of an agreement with it to uphold freedom of religion. The hospital's director said it was now clear the target of police violence was the coffin itself, showing video of the beatings and new CCTV images of the hospital building being stormed by police. Israel's police force has since said it was trying to stop stone throwing and has falsely claimed 300 rioters arrived at the hospital, adding it was trying to stop the coffin being carried out as agreed by the family. But the family has told the BBC it was perfectly happy for this to happen.
BBC News. The latest economic performance figures released by Beijing show Chinese industrial output and consumer spending at their lowest level since March 2020. Analysts say the drop shows the damage done by Beijing's zero-COVID strategy. Lockdowns have hit manufacturing operations. Retail sales fell as shoppers stayed away. The first commercial flight in nearly 6 years has taken off from the Yemeni capital Sana'a. The flight to Amman, the Jordanian capital, is seen as a significant step in moves to establish a viable peace process to end the war. The Yemeni plane carried 126 passengers, including hospital patients needing treatment abroad. The airport manager in Sana'a, Khaled Al-Sheikh, called on the United Nations to press for the airport to be opened up fully.
There were supposed to be 10 flights since the beginning of the truce. We hope to make up for the days lost, and we appeal to the United Nations to apply pressure for the complete opening of the airport because, as you can see, the flights are for humanitarian purposes and the travellers are simple, innocent families, children and women who need help.
Kenya's former Prime Minister Raila Odinga, who's running for president, has named Martha Karua as his deputy, making her the first woman to run on a major political party's presidential ticket. Martha Karua is a former justice minister and human rights lawyer from Kenya's central region, which has a very large number of registered voters. A huge dust storm has covered a swathe of the Middle East, resulting in the deaths of at least 3 people, including a child. Skies have turned red across northern Syria, much of Iraq, and a neighbouring region in Saudi Arabia. Flights were postponed at Baghdad Airport, as well as at the airport in Suleimania in the Kurdistan region. And those are the latest stories from BBC News.
Live from NPR News in Washington, I'm Lakshmi Singh. Investigators are trying to learn more about the self-described white supremacist who allegedly carried out the mass shooting at a Buffalo supermarket over the weekend, apparently targeting black people. 13 people were shot, 10 were killed, the majority of the victims black. Pastor Russell Bell of State Tabernacle Church of God in Christ speaks to the losses being felt deeply today.
These are people of our community, people who we love and we're connected to, and it just breaks our heart.
Authorities say the 18-year-old suspect, now in custody, had made previous threats at his high school. Questions have emerged about whether police missed red flags that could have prevented Saturday's massacre. Turning to Wall Street, U.S. stocks are mixed this hour at the start of what may be another volatile week of trading. NPR's David Gurr reports fears of a recession are casting a shadow on Wall Street.
Wall Street is worried the Federal Reserve's aggressive approach to fighting inflation could start a deep downturn, and investors have been trying to find their footing amid a steep sell-off. The Dow's closed down 7 weeks in a row, and it's been 6 in a row for the S&P 500, which has narrowly avoided going into bear market territory. The benchmark index has been flirting with falling 20% or more from its recent peak. A big focus this week is on the health of retail. Walmart and Target are both scheduled to report earnings for the first quarter of the year, and the Commerce Department will release retail sales data for April. David Gurra, NPR News, New York.
A senior administration official confirms to NPR that President Biden has signed an order authorizing the military to deploy hundreds of special operations forces inside Somalia. The news was first reported today by the New York Times. Former President Donald Trump had ordered almost all U.S. troops out of Somalia in his final months in office. Meanwhile, Somalia's old president has been re-elected to his old office. NPR's Ada Peralta has more.
Somalia's president is elected by the parliament. They voted 3 rounds deep into the night, and the incumbent, Mohamed Farmajo, lost to Hassan Sheikh Mohamud, who served as president of Somalia from 2012 to 2017. This election period was marred by violence. Last year, Farmajo tried to extend his term, and fighting erupted in the capital. His critics accused him of cracking down on his opposition and of allowing the militant group Al-Shabaab to gain more power in Somalia. Al-Shabaab now controls huge parts of Somalia, and the African Union peacekeeping mission is coming to an end. In his concession speech, Farmajo congratulated Mohamud and added, quote, "It's a tough job." Ada Peralta, NPR News, Cape Town.
A senior defense official says that today that Ukrainian forces continue to gain ground around the northeast city of Kharkiv, pushing Russian forces to within 2 miles of the Russian border. You're listening to NPR News. North Korea has mobilized its military to distribute medicine to treat COVID-19. The country says it's battling what it claims is its first outbreak of the coronavirus pandemic. NPR's Anthony Kuhn reports from Seoul that North Korea has not yet begun to vaccinate its population.
Leader Kim Jong-un chaired an emergency meeting of the ruling party's political bureau on Sunday. He also visited pharmacies near the Taedong River in Pyongyang. He said pharmacies are struggling to distribute medicine and their salespeople don't have enough protective gear. Before last Thursday, North Korea denied having a single COVID-19 case. It now claims to have more than 1.2 million and over 50 deaths. Few of them have been confirmed, though, due to limited testing. South Korean President Yoon Suk-yeol on Monday reiterated an offer to help the North, including sending vaccines, medical equipment, and personnel. China has also offered assistance, but North Korea has so far not responded. Anthony Kuhn, NPR News, Seoul.
Stargazers who missed overnight's spectacular total lunar eclipse have another shot at it in November. Africa and Europe will be the best spots for that one. Unlike last night into this morning, where the Americas offered prime locations when clouds didn't get in the way. The total eclipse occurs when Earth passes directly between the moon and the sun, and a shadow is cast across the lunar surface. People across the eastern half of North America and Central and South America were able to take in the event. Partial stages of the eclipse were visible across Africa, the Middle East, and Europe. This is NPR News.
Sometimes politics can feel like just a lot of noise, but the decisions made by leaders in this country affect you.
Bess FM 100 on your dial. Keep listening.
I've been waiting for your love.
Ice the Charm Music presents the single I Am Happy by Mary Isaacs, produced by Sangy Davis, distributed by Tough Gong International, available on iTunes and all digital platforms. Email icecharmmusic with a Z at gmail.com. I Am Happy by Mary Isaacs is on the Icecharm Music label, promoters of clean, uplifting reggae music.
Kept on yearning for your love. I'm happy, so very happy, yeah. I've been waiting for your love, my love. Kept on waiting for your love, my love. Sending love to me. I'm so blessed. I'm feeling so complete. I've been yearning for your love so long. Kept on yearning for your love so long. Now my heart is happy and free, full of love. So much love flowing for you and me. Oh, I'm happy, so very happy. Yeah. I've been praying for your love, my love. Knelt and prayed for your love, my love. You're the gift, a special gift that finally came through. Always knew I'd find you and you would find me too. I've been wanting your sweet love, my love. Kept on wanting your sweet love, my love. What a blend of love we now share. Peace and love, joy and light surrounds me everywhere. I'm so happy. I'm happy, yeah, 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 yeah. Hey, Mr. DJ, can't you see I'm happy? Happy, happy. The smile on my face, see me when my waist, I'm happy. If you love the vibes, 'cause we're alive, get happy.
It's good, it's better, but nothing beats. Best
Here to pick up the pieces. Here to pick up the pieces. Here to pick up the pieces. Let the place look good, my brother. Let the place keep clean, my sister. Let the place look good, my brother. Let the place keep clean, my sister. So come along, my brother. Come along, my sister. Come along, my brother. Come along, my sister. Here to pick up the pieces. Here to pick up the pieces. Here to pick up the pieces. Let the place look good, my brother. Let the place keep clean, my sister. Let the place look good, my brother. Let the place keep clean, my sister. So come along, my brother. Come along, my sister. Come along, my brother. Come along, my sister.
Yes, welcome back to the program here now after the midday break. We're into the second half of the program here now. The numbers are 619-1508, 619-1508, and 279-8473. 279-8473. I'm going to get right back into the live chat there now after the lunchtime. Patrick Beadle said, yes, Jerry, all right. The style of wearing pants below your waist came from the prisoners of American jail, where they take all belts and accessories. Now it's the style of the inner city. I don't know if I did read that one before. I don't think so. Now the next one, Patrick Beadle said, Jerry, the Indian president is on the island of Jamaica for a state visit. It is the first. The Indian president is on the island of Jamaica for a first visit. Good. It is the first an Indian president has ever visited Jamaica. The Indian community is in a celebratory mood. I think twice Indian prime ministers have visited Jamaica. Once Mrs. Gandhi and the next one named Mr. Desai, prime ministers, but this is a president. This is not the head of government. This is the head of state, ceremonial head of the state. Marva Valentine said, Jerry was referring to the 4 Jamaican teachers that passed away suddenly between Thursday and Friday in the space of 24 hours. 2 women and 2 men. Heart attack was mentioned. Take it as they run to take injection needle. Pablo of Music say, Jerry, the music on caller's volume is louder than you, like you're whispering, Irie. All right, I'm glad to get that. All right, now with the levels. Good. All right, other thing is, last night, I didn't notice a few minutes before, but when the time came, I didn't remember. But last night was an expected eclipse of the moon, what you call solar eclipse of the moon. Is that so? Solar? I'm not sure if that is a correct term. But is it, lunar eclipse. Lunar eclipse. You can have a lunar eclipse of the sun, blocking out the sun, but it can't completely block out the sun. But this is lunar mean moon-wise eclipse. That's when now the sun shining on the moon, but the earth come between the moon and the sun and block out the sunlight for a while in the night sky. and you start to the sun, you start to the moon turning from the usual white, round white plate of reflected light there, you know. Reflected light, the light is not in the moon itself, it's a reflection. And when the earth start to block it out, gradually start to see the shade of the moon change from white to pink to light, you know, lightish yellow, pink, till at when it almost eclipses now, you can see a deepish red, almost full red. And then it stays fully eclipsed for a while. I think it is 5 hours. I think it's more than 5 hours old thing that lasts from it, yeah. Anyway, I did take it in the last night. Some people attribute and attach great significance and great meaning. It have a meaning, of course, but the significance, what does it signify? What is it a sign? A sign of something else. Some people attach great significance to eclipses and all kind of different things. Some people attach great significance to every movement of the planets and every position of the planets and the stars and the suns and all that. All right, let's get to the telephone. We can get back to that reason if you want. Good afternoon. Welcome to the program.
Good afternoon, Mr. Small.
Hello, ma'am. How are you doing, ma'am?
I'm okay. How are you?
Fine, thank you.
Before the show came to a break, you were playing Someday We'll Be Together.
Yes, you know that music?
Pardon me?
You know that music?
I love music.
I say if you know that one?
Yes, I know that one. But I want you to play something else. I want to play Ooh Child.
Oh, that's a lovely one. That's Nina Simone, no?
Pardon me?
That's Nina Simone.
No, I think it's a 5-6.
Oh.
The 5-6.
Talk it slow.
5.
Yeah.
There's
5 what?
6.
No, talk the second and third word or the second word clear for me.
There.
Spell it for me now.
STA.
Stay what?
STA.
Yeah.
IR.
Yeah.
ST.
Steps.
Yes.
Steps. Oh, 5 stair steps. Okay.
Yes.
What's that name? Ooh Child.
Ooh Child.
Something gonna get better.
Yes.
Yeah, man. Nina Simone thing it too, I believe.
Oh,
5 stair steps. Okay. It's a lovely music.
My father always listens to you know. I'm 20 years. Always like listening sometimes, always trying to advise me and telling me about things that you say. And sometimes I listen, sometimes I can't.
So you say your father tell you about the program?
Yes, I know about the program from my daddy. When I'm outside, he's playing the radio. When I'm inside, I hear the radio playing. I'm sure he's listening now.
Oh, yeah, sir. Are you still in school?
Yes, I'm in school.
What level of school?
I'm in university. I'm at UTech studying pharmacy.
Yeah. What are you doing?
Pharmacy.
Pharmacy? What are you saying?
Yes, pharmacy.
That's nice.
Yes. It's really good to hear.
What is that?
It's really good to hear from you.
Come again, slow.
It's really good to hear from you.
It's good to hear you. Lovely to hear you. Lovely to hear you. So what is your hobby?
What's my hobby? School takes so much of my time, so I'm always studying. If I'm not studying, I probably exercising or talking to my parents. I spend a lot of time with them.
That's great. Are you one of the younger children or older one or what?
I'm the only one.
Only one. That's great.
Yeah, I'm the only one.
That's great.
Yeah.
Lovely. And you plan to own a pharmacy one day?
I don't know what the future holds, but I would love that.
Yeah. You know that if you save money, nothing can stop you.
Yeah, nothing can stop me. I really want to specialize in herbal medicine, though.
Oh, yes? Okay.
I'm not really fond of the whole drug thing. I don't really take pharmacy like that. The irony of doing the course, but I really want to specialize in herbal medicine.
Yeah, but you know that even the drugs, even the pharmaceutical solution and the drugs come from the knowledge of herbs originally, you know?
Yeah, I know, but I think because of the process that the herb have to go through, it kind of loses substance and the nutrient value.
Yes.
I think that's a way of doing it, like in terms of getting it directly from the plant, and you can get some type of healing.
Yeah, so when you are being taught at UTech, the pharmacy, and you listen to the lecturers and things, and now and again you make your comments like that, are they uncomfortable?
I try not to. I try not to make any comments like that. I'm in my first year going into my second year.
Yeah.
I want to first semester, they were talking about the whole vaccine. And I remember when the person was like, the teacher was asking who is vaccinated and who isn't vaccinated. And everybody who wasn't, he was making a big deal out of it. And since then, I kind of restrain stuff like that.
Yes. So, yes, man, it becomes, it's not the first night, I know. It becomes a medical issue. And a health issue. After a while, it becomes a political issue. In other words, setting people against one another and trying to convince people to come over to your side and so on.
Yeah.
So those was that?
The few persons that are open-minded and will listen, you just try to tell them though. But when you hear persons talk like that, I just kind of leave them and let them find a way.
Yes.
Yeah.
And families are affected by that, so that whichever members of the family decide to make a certain move, they feel closer to one another than to who never decide to make that move.
Yeah, that's true.
And eventually you have a daily assessment every day, checking up on what is the latest, who else come over our side, and who is giving trouble, and who is influencing others not to come over to our side. So you find in that way now it becomes a political development instead of a medical development,
Yes, that's true. That's very true. The whole vaccine thing to me is political. I don't really like to discuss it with persons. But my father sometimes would say, say no one send a vaccine and whatever not.
Try to what?
He tried to educate everybody on, not taking the vaccine, and anybody who don't take the vaccine, and just trying to say, you're on my side. But sometimes I think that you can't say that to everybody because it can become so topical and become such a debate.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Antagonism between human beings is the biggest discomfort in the world for some time. Not just now, for some time now, for thousands of years. Antagonism.
Yeah. That's the vaccine situation now. And even with just herbs and pharmaceutics.
Yeah.
For me, if I don't feel good, say I have a cold, I'm going to say, I'm going to try about some ginger tea, or I'm going to put ginger and thyme and see some citrus and make tea. And another person say, why not just take a pill? I never did that in Costa Rica.
Yes, why don't just take a pill?
Yeah.
And the pill is not pleasant, and certainly the tea usually either and give you a pleasant feeling, and frequently it can have a pleasant taste. But only that I myself and most people have become addicted to sweetness. So when we want something to have a pleasant taste, the main option is to make it sweeter. But there's other ways to make things have a pleasant taste.
And I actually like sour, I like when things
see
are... I don't know if I just grew up on it, because my parents never really in the whole drugs thing from a long while.
Yeah.
So I kind of just sour. I don't drink my tea and so forth. I'm not really fond of those sweet. So to me, it's refreshing.
Yes, but is when people get physically mature that they usually arrive at a certain kind of taste or a liking of sourness or tartness or this or that or the other. When they're mature, usually when you're growing up, most children have a tendency towards sweet. But when them get more mature now, them taste become more what them people might call adults.
Mm-hmm.
And that's why I was introduced to drinking beer when I was 7 years old. I kind of like it, but it's only when I reached 15, 16, 17 and my taste become more mature.
Mm-hmm.
That it become really pleasant and and that kind of way. So these tastes they evolve and then you choose, and sometimes you just realize suddenly.
Yeah, for me though, with my associates and friends, I can't really talk for everybody. They still to me eat like they're a child. So yeah, to me some persons don't grow up. Some people were up in the age still eating a lot of sweets. So I don't know. Sometimes the addiction and I think how you grow up as well, because if parents introduce certain sweet stuff to a toddler and they grow up by it and they just love it and they love it and they love it even more.
Yeah.
When they grow up, it's just the sour thing is just not tasteful and they don't really want to drink it or they want to eat it. They just want to continue on the same path.
Yes.
So addiction.
Go look upon all tamarind. Tamarind is tamarind has a lot of sweetness in it, but it is less than the sourness.
To me, that is so sour. Mommy makes some tamarind juice for me recently, and it to me is so sour.
Yeah.
So sour. I tried to eat it, and I couldn't even eat it. I just said, Mommy, just burning time to just drink it.
Yeah. And many other tastes and behavior. We have acquired many tastes and behavior. Like for instance now, when you reach in puberty or before puberty, little boys and little girls gradually might reach 8, 9, 10, 11. Them start to be more affected by each other. When I say affected, you was playing, all the little boy them was playing, and all the little girl them was playing, and them are going ordinary. And when them reach a certain age, like maybe 11, from a girl come over in the group of boy I play, or even come stand up one side. She just have an effect on them just because she is different. And the boys and girls are becoming more aware of their differences. So them start to observe the other side now. And when them observe, them talk back amongst one another, say, boy, girl, you notice that most girl need knock? Or the little girl they might say, you notice most boy cruel and them like hurt one another. And them love pinch girl. You have a time all when a little boy and little girl them like one another. Them like harass one another. Instead of them express a likeness, them might express a irritate. Them a pull the little girl flat. And them a pinch them when them a pass and do all kind of thing with sound antagonistic. But what happens is that is contact them want to make and them want to be noticed. All kind of different processes go on.
Yeah, they just try to find a way.
Yeah. But them not really develop the likeness, but gradually them define themselves, developing either general likeness for the other side, or them find a particular girl, just have them attention, and them don't know why that the one there. Them will dislike every girl, but that the one that them just feel different when she near, and if she look upon them, it just make them feel good, and them realize what going on.
Yeah.
The little girl most likely more realize what because they mature and become more self-aware, I believe, earlier than the little boy them.
Yes, that's true.
And then now several years later, that is like 11. Several years later now when them reach 19, 20, 21. And them develop a personal friendship, and them feel so attached. And all them way there. And them want to make any excuse the little girl follow them, or the little girl follow them, the little girl carry her book. Them not push upon sex itself, but them just feel a special attachment. It's a chemistry I go on still,
Yes, chemistry.
Special attachment. And if the little girl beg them to go climb up on one rooftop and take down one push up, then them would do it. But if a next little girl or them not care about ask them to do it, they must say, why me should I do that? You're mad. But if the special little girl do it now, boy, them just see it as a possibility for them would do the world for her. So them find themselves being affected by one another. And attached. That's why the word affection come in,
Yeah.
When somebody else affect you, them presence alone or thinking about them affect you without any real rational reason, them call that affection. You are being affected. You don't know why and you don't mind at all.
Yes. I don't mind at all.
Yeah, so that is affection. The person is affecting you, and if you ever go find out now that you are affecting the person, boy, it come like dream come true, you know, Joe.
Yes.
And all them time they not think about no carnal plane or no sexual exploitation of one day. It's just like a like a spell, a good feeling, what people might call a spell. Very good feeling. And it's very good to have that good feeling because that good feeling means caring. That's all it means, you know, care.
Mm-hmm.
So if little girls not like how me shout out when me see a bus a pass and me want to me shout out, say driver with the backside you do. Most little girls say I can't stand that boy, I don't like to stay at the bus stop with him. Or even big boy, even 15, 18.
Mm-hmm.
But if him not care when all them that say that, you know, but this special girl will have an effect on him now. If him ever hear her say, or if him ever shout out and say, driver, you idiot. And him just say she stopped, she was at the bus stop smile and she just stopped smile. And every time look round, she tried to avoid him and she just change up. And him realize, oh wait, you know, say, since me I shout the driver, she just call up on me. And you know, say she will have an effect on him that when the other girl them say, I don't like how the boy starts on the road, they love to call out to the driver. And that one never said the same thing, but him realize that she not like it neither. Mm-hmm. From the time when she about the place, him not go do that, you know.
And change his ways.
Come again?
Please.
Eh?
And he tried to change his ways to please her.
Yes. So him just find himself, I think about her very much and say, why? But at the same time, him know, but when she's there, him not question why, him just want do whatever it is that will make she keep on smiling. Because I'm not like when she, her face get cloudy, you know, like you out in the sunshine and breeze are blowing everything nice and the sun are shining. And then suddenly the whole cloud start cloud up the place, and when you take a stock, you can't see the sun again and the place will get cloudy and gloomy.
Overcast.
Overcast. Well, that is the effect. When time she stops smile. I'm going to play a piece of music special about that. You know? You remind me of a piece of music. Now that you call me and tell me about a piece of music. I'm going to play a piece of music named When Sunny Gets Blue. It's about the same little girl like that, you know.
I never heard that one before.
Yes, I want to listen. Yeah, man, please call again and keep in touch. And if you remember any music, you tell about it too.
Okay, thank you. Nice talking to you.
All the best, yeah?
Yeah, all the best to you too. Have a good one.
Yeah, man, next time you can tell me your name.
It's Sharika.
Oh, yes, sir.
I said Sharika.
Like Miss Jackson?
Yes, just like her.
Oh, yes, sir. Okay, nice, yeah?
All right, have a good one.
Bye-bye. Thank you very much. Next one. Good afternoon. Welcome. Are you still there? Hello, are you there? Not there? Hello, good afternoon. All right, if I call, I just let go that call. Please call back. We did have that last call. I cried a little bit a while, but please call back. I want to play it right back. Good afternoon and welcome, people. Welcome to the program. Are you there? Welcome to the program. Are you there? Come along, please. Hello? Yeah, man. When Sunny Gets Blue. I want to play that piece of music. When Sunny Gets Blue. There's other singers. Who else you have? Eh? Kenny Rankin. Who's who again? When Sunny Gets... Mel Torme. Mel Torme. Yeah, man. We have any more call? Yeah. Good afternoon and welcome. Hello? Having a little difficulty with the telephone, it seems. Good afternoon, welcome. Are you there? Good afternoon. All right, I'm going to play that piece of music, then we can reminisce with, like what we were talking that little lady. How the effect that affection have on people, affected by another person, you call it affection. And then now there's also an effect. Apart from affecting, there's the effect, after effects. I'm having a good difficulty to do on the phone, but let both of them. Okay, the other person phone. We go hear from Mel Torme. I tell you about when sun gets blue. Same way how our face get overcast and our mood change. We go hear it now. When sun gets blue. 1962 too.
Back to the piano and do one of the most musicianly songs I think that's ever been written. Written by, incidentally, two very dear friends of mine, Jack Siegel and Marvin Fisher. And strangely enough, I avoided this song for a long time. I felt at one time getting too much identification in the jazz vein. When I say too much, to the point where people really wouldn't come to see me in a club because they felt I was singing songs that were too far out, not identifiable to them. And because this song held a giant jazz identification to me, I rather avoided it. And strangely, in the last 2 or 3 weeks, for some reason, it suddenly came to my attention again and became a very thrilling song to sing. It's called When Sunny Gets Blue, and we'd like to do it for you now. When Sunny gets blue, her eyes get gray and cloudy, then the rain begins to fall. Pitter patter, love is gone, so what can matter? Ain't no new lover man come to call. When Sunny gets blue, she breathes a sigh of sadness, like the wind that stirs the trees, wind that sets the leaves to swaying, like some violins are playing weird.
Oh, sorry. All right, we're going to take this call. Good afternoon. Welcome.
Yeah, good afternoon, Mr. Jai.
Oh, go on, man.
Yeah, blessed, man. Yeah, I'm here. Finally come back.
You're in Jamaica?
Come back Saturday.
Okay, good.
No,
I'm
come
in
here
England.
Saturday.
Oh, in England now? Oh.
Yeah. I'm calling regards about the airport. I have a little experience Friday.
Yeah.
Friday evening when I was coming in, got a leak. They have no tissue in the bathroom for wipe your hand. That's not good, man.
At the airport?
Yes. There's a man who do number 2 when I get to get this, sir. Yeah, Friday evening. I come in Friday evening. Yeah, it's no good. Got a leak, no tissue for wipe your hand.
That is the airport in England?
No, in Kingston.
In Jamaica, okay.
Yeah.
All right, you have a playback or go on. You listen to radio, but it's a kind of...
No, all I'm turning it. Come up. I say. Yeah, I was listening. Turn it on. Sorry about that.
Yeah. What I'm expected to do if there's no bathroom facility.
Sorry about that,
Yeah, so you say, and them do have any sign, like them aware of it?
No, well, I see the lady who work outside stand up. I just go in there and do a little leak, but not just I was in there.
Oh, not even that?
So in the evening. You know, like the hand towel, where if you use white hand, if you wash your hand.
You have to use that?
If you use a kerchief or wiping your clothes.
Oh, yeah, see.
Friday evening that happened about, because the plane leave 6 after 5. 4:30 to 5 o'clock.
Yeah.
Might be could done, I don't know. I didn't speak to her. She was outside stand up, the lady who attend to the toilet.
But whatever it is, them supposed to circulate, them supposed to circle and see when things soon finish and replace them. Especially when people
I
travel.
Don't know, cause I see I stand up right there leaning up. I was looking. I don't know if other people who done the flight experience that, but me, I understand me, I experienced that.
Yeah.
Yeah, as I said, I come put deal with the lady, because I know she should have passed away, so I just said come and bury her.
Oh, yeah, boy, kind of, boy, that is a unfortunate, well, not such a pleasant occasion of travel.
No, funeral thing.
Yeah.
That's one of those things.
Yeah, man, eventually you will get over that and you have the memory will stay, come back sweet, you know?
Yeah, I never hear my retire now.
Yes, man.
Mm.
Yeah, man.
It's life. It's just one of those things.
Yes, sir, not true.
Yeah, I'm say the government say I'm have 20 man. I was reading the news since morning, some article. I'm have 20 man to send over there Monday. So I don't, not Monday, the Wednesday coming. I don't know what going on. Some people must send back to Jamaica.
Oh.
They must send, so I hopefully they take them off of the plane.
Yes, I hear about some protests. Even a man who was in England and stay over a little bit long. But him appeal to them, say him get engaged to a lady, so them a beg them for make him stay a little longer and them still push him out.
Yeah, I mean, the case, I guess they might try get a solicitor on it for appeal. But normally, you say no, I'm not going to tell her. Anything you do, any form of crime, driving offense, any little thing, little man or anything, I get 12 months. You're liable to get deport. You must get deport, but you're liable.
Yes, from you get as much. From you get as much as 12 years behind bar. 12 months.
No, not 12 years. Not 12
12
years.
months. 12 months. Yeah. From you get as much as 12 months behind bars. Them have that as a.
You're liable to get deport.
Yeah, most likely.
Then I must deport you, but they're liable. You understand me?
I know. And them don't. And in those cases, them not for gain no reason.
That is the thing. Cause right now, this man when I was reading, the same man who was talking about the article, he put in the application, he didn't know it turned down. Then just go for him, several immigration go for him.
Yeah, them not reply to him.
They never notify him and say, look, the case turned down.
Yes. At common courtesy.
Because,
common courtesy, them should tell him, so well then, the case turned down, so prepare yourself for move.
Yeah, them really want we here, and I've been here for a couple of years while I'm still going, and the way them deal with people, you know. You can tell her that.
Yeah.
Here says a place like, even when you have a passport, one of them passport, it's like, you know, welcome, the way them treat you. One line for one for one, and look for you different.
Yeah.
But work with them, see how them play, the bus side of the train, it raises them. You understand? They're still there, you're not going nowhere.
Yeah, man.
Next thing again, you know, them put up a status for Margaret Thatcher yesterday down the country there.
Oh, yeah.
They put in a London, but yeah, they put up a statue, but the people are not egg it. They fling egg on it. Yeah, but they don't keep no ceremony yet for it. He put up, I don't remember exactly where, but they put up down the country, down north side.
Down where she come from?
So they put up a statue. Yeah, down where she come from, they put up a statue of the Iron Lady, though.
Yeah.
But some people are protest, are fling egg on it.
Yeah.
But they never keep no ceremony yet. Them say they will keep ceremony further on.
Yeah.
Then they put up a bronze statue of her, almost £1,000 said cost.
Yeah, can imagine.
But them alright.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, but I'm here tuning into him. I was calling when I was over there, but unfortunately I was waiting. I was holding on Thursday.
Yeah.
Yeah, but yeah, it was in the loss.
Yeah, so that time you're about to travel.
I should leave Thursday, but unfortunately through the delay, I get stuck, you know.
Yeah.
The plane, the striking. Yeah, the strike.
Oh.
With the airport. Yeah, so I have to leave Friday. I should leave Thursday.
Okay.
But it is one of those things, the greatest thing I reach back.
That's good, man. That's good.
Yeah, that's one of those things. But one of these days, you understand, I come there and I was looking forward to meet you, but...
Yeah, next time we do it earlier, right?
Yeah, next time.
Next time we do it early.
All right.
Thank you very much. Yes, sir? Have any more there? All right. I did want that very nice version of When Sonny Gets Blue, but I don't find it. If I find it, I will play it. Nancy Wilson? She's there? Yeah? It's Nancy.
When Sunny gets blue, her eyes get gray and cloudy. then the rain begins to fall. Pitter-patter, pitter-patter. Love is gone, so what can matter? No sweet lover man comes to call. When Sunny gets blue, she breathes a sigh of sadness, like the wind that stirs the trees, wind that sets the leaves to swaying, like some violins are playing weird and haunting melodies. People used to love to hear her laugh, see her smile. That's how she got her name. Since that sad affair, she's lost her smile, changed her style. Somehow she's not the same. But memories will fade, and pretty dreams will rise up where her other dream fell through. Hurry, new love, hurry, to kiss away each lonely tear, and hold her near when Sunny gets blue. Hurry, new lover, hurry here, to kiss away each lonely tear, and hold her near when Sunny gets blue. When Sunny gets blue, his eyes get gray and cloudy, then the rain begins to fall. Pitter-patter, pitter-patter, love is gone, so what can matter? No sweet lover man comes to call. When Sunny gets blue, he breathes a sigh of sadness, like the wind that stirs the trees, wind that sets the leaves to swaying, like some violins are playing weird and haunting a melody.
Yes, thank you very much. As I was saying about the eclipse, it's a very spectacular experience, seeing the normal running and lighting up of the sky, having a change like that. And then when the moon start get black out. Much less if you see an eclipse of the sun during the day. I think I have seen that once or more than once. I have seen that probably more than once, but an eclipse of the sun in the middle day. And the place get fairly dark and you see the sun almost completely black out with just a ring around it. Because the earth is not, the moon is not large enough at that distance to really block out the whole of the sun. So you see most of the sun in the middle black up, and you see a little rim of kind of silver around it. But the fact is that people attach so much importance to these events. Magical importance and mystical importance and so on. I myself don't attach so much importance and significance to them. You have people believe that all kind of spirits let loose or come under control and all kind of things happen, and special people born when these things happen. And even some of the stories I find in some ancient book that's supposed to be history, but when you take a stock, it's not really history, it is superstition and legend, like how Joshua out of the house of Israel was so powerful that him could command the sun to stand still. That for 1 hour, 2 hours the sun don't move and the time of day don't change. And all them kind of thing there. Not no go so, but this is how people explain things. For the time being, to themselves and to other people, what them do understand, them find some explanation for it. People find explanation for things. When and until. When them do understand and until them can understand further. All right, the numbers are 619-1508, 619-1508, and 279-8473. 279-8473. I don't know if we're having some difficulty with the telephone. But please try to communicate with us. If there's anything you don't want to share or anything you want to hear. And we have a freeze in the live chat too also, but so it is. All right, we have did we find That's Life, our Destination by the Metals? Yeah, I have a lovely piece of music, one of my favorite name, Destination by the Metals, talking about the same effect that people have on one another and make it feel almost magical, the effect that somebody else have on one another. And after a while you feel like, say, you don't really want that person outside of your contacts and outside of your life. Let's get back to the telephone. Good afternoon, welcome.
Good afternoon, sir. I have something to say to you, sir. Or ask you, sir, if you can answer those questions. Jamaica go through a perilous time. And the time it go through for 2 years. I don't believe the government accumulating so much cash can make the nation feel happy at this present moment. And I believe some of them do this thing for spite. And we must consider this is our country. And we think about the future, not for us, but for the generation to come. And we must do much better than what we are doing. For example, look into this. I remember Alpart did close and the people ask Alpart, do we take half pay and just employ us? And them say no business going out of fund, so they have to close. And they go back again. Yes, them said all right, the people them said okay. After a period they come back and they have to close again because business wasn't the right finance about the cash. And we must consider say this government go through a hard time. And we can't take, everybody cannot strike like that. Because if we strike like this, we'll have to make the IMF dictate to us. And we don't want that to happen anymore. But this, I'm asking the people, please, I'm asking a friend, let us think positively with a patriotic Jamaican. And we don't want nothing wrong. We want to know that this country can run like when we are up in the 60s. We have a powerful hope. You understand? So look here, let us think positive. What do you have to say about that, Jerry?
Where government get cash to satisfy the people?
Where we get cash?
Where government get cash to satisfy people?
Him not get no cash. We are accumulating from tourists and the little things that we export and etc. and etc. Yeah, sir? So we must have to think positively and know that Bellboy Watcher. We cannot expect what this country, we cannot give the country what we cannot afford. And that will cause what happened a few years back. For example, you remember when the dictatorship have to take us, and we did get said, look, if we don't do the right thing, we'll have to go to the IMF, and that did manifest. You understand? So let us take sleep and mark death, my brother. You understand? Because we can't run a country, everybody wants strike. Electric service now want to public service.
All right, hold on. What them a strike about?
Pardon me?
What them striking about?
One bigger pay.
When last them get a pay increase?
No, that not nothing to do with it. When last did the sickness that take this
That
country,
don't have anything to do with what?
that don't have nothing to do with it. It's the amount of the money we accumulate. Because, example, I'll ship the park for how many years?
How many years ship did park?
Actually 2 years. And the government have things to look about. Remember that I done a Port Royal there, what he have done. Hoping there that we elevate the country. And when they check it out, more people employ. So right now, we'll have to do, if everybody stick out, we'll have to employ half a Jamaican. And then to make this country go out. And then those where the government cannot do, all and all we have to do those boys long and bite the hard times. But let us come together as one and say, boy, every mouth have to fit. And let us look and say, boy, look here, where government gets enough money to give everybody. You understand? And we just have come out of a big sickness. But other than not Jamaica, the whole world. Because remember when people have to send for Jamaica, send for the bank account here, and people have to send money, go give them children and others over there. So if you don't think that way, brother, that will near our supper. And people will always take us make footstool. Because when them say, come in America, come in England, they will have to use us to be because of what we need. Okay. My brother, you don't want to imply and let us have and you want to have a monologue. So I'm going, that is my little piece. And I'm telling that you all what I'm talking to. I'm talking to the whole of Jamaica. You understand? Let us think positive, brother. I feel say, why, what did happen many years ago, what did to come happen again? Things are raised and be pay freeze. Yeah.
All right, we're going to go to the next call, please.
Yes, sir, no problem. You take care of yourself and forget about the difference. Yes, and don't hurt.
Yes, good afternoon. Welcome.
Good afternoon, Mr. Jerry.
Oh, go on.
What are you doing?
Fine, man, fine.
Why do you keep this man up chatting with a trap and you wait, sir?
Hold on a little. Come again. Chatting. Turn on your radio.
Yes, I'm saying, why do you keep this gentleman on the good line a while ago chatting so much trap at our head, sir?
Oh, what he was saying?
Look here, is that what he was saying has nothing to do with what the strike and everything. People have a right to stand up for what they want now, and if it's no other time, it's no, sir, for empty bank cannot sell up.
What, mom, to call it? Sorry about that. The numbers again. 619. You have that other number? 619-1508. 619-1508 and 279-8473. 279. Good afternoon, welcome.
Yeah, man. Yeah, listen to you, man.
So Wilson that?
Yeah, man, I'm Wilson, man.
Oh, go on.
Not too bad. I upon last week, me hear where them take away a lady baby on a client, a 2-year-old baby.
Where the baby was left?
I don't think the baby was live anyway. The lady said she beat the baby and the baby was around in the yard.
No, hold on. She beat the baby and then what?
She beat the baby and the baby was in the yard and
Therefore, the baby was left in the yard.
Yeah, it was in the yard with the mother and she shot after she called the baby.
No. Hold on. The baby in the yard with the mother, and then what? Yeah. And then what?
She said she beat the baby.
No, don't go back to the bath. To pass the bath. And we in the yard now, the baby and the mother in the yard. And then what?
She not see the baby none at all.
She don't see the baby. Then when she in the yard with the baby, she wasn't looking on the baby.
No, it's like she was doing something else on the baby.
Oh, that means she leave the baby then?
Eh?
She leave the baby?
You don't want to call it that, because if you leave the baby outside or inside, you leave the baby.
Yes.
But she say,
Yes,
she say,
yes. Hold on, yes. So she was in the yard with the baby and then she leave the baby, right?
Yeah, she leave
So
the
the,
baby
so,
like God.
so the baby was left alone, right?
Yeah.
And then after that, what happened?
After that, she say the baby father have a car. She get to understand that the baby like going in a car because she said the baby father have a car just like the car where the baby leaving.
No, you never tell me about no baby leaving. Tell me about the baby leaving now.
Yeah, me hear it on the news, you know.
Yes.
And
Hold
the
on.
mother called me and
Hold
said,
on. Hold on. She leave the baby and go somewhere else in the yard, right?
Hey.
Right? She leave the baby and go somewhere else in the yard?
Yeah, and she look for the baby. I call the baby.
No, not yet. She leave the baby and go somewhere else. And then she come back where the baby was?
Yeah.
And when she come back where the... Hold on. When she come back where the baby was, what happened?
Yeah, that's when she come back, she don't see the baby and a car was in the yard.
No car, when I reach the car yet. She come back and she don't see the baby. So the next thing happen is what?
Call the baby and can't find the child.
Right, and then what?
Like she said the child is a 2-year-old.
No, I'm not ask about the age. After she call the child and don't see the child, what happened after that?
She get to understand that the baby gone in her car because
hold on. When she get to understand that, is a note drop down from heaven and tell her that, or how she get to understand that?
No, she's thinking.
Oh, so by thinking she get to understand so a car come there?
Yeah, a car.
No, but thinking can't make you know say a car come there. Thinking can't make you know.
Because she said the baby father drive a car like that.
Like what? A car like what? Hold on. The baby father drive a car like what?
Like the car where the baby living.
But you never tell me about no baby living in a car.
No. Me say, the mother say a car was in the yard, but it seemed like the baby going to the car, believe it's her father's car.
Yeah.
Because the father have a car like that.
Yes, and after that what happened?
She's thinking that the baby going to the car, believe it's her father's car.
So car key left in the car?
Somebody was driving the car.
But then when you tell me that, man, you said a car was in the yard, right?
Yeah.
But you don't tell me say somebody in the car and somebody drive out.
Why? But I'm sorry about the bedroom. But
no, man, you have too much gap in the story. When you hear a story, you know, you have to ask questions, you know, otherwise people turn it. Hold on, you hear me?
Yeah, man.
When you hear a story, you have to ask questions, otherwise people turn you in an idiot.
Not turn me in an idiot. You couldn't turn me in an idiot.
No, when I say turn you, I know say you're an idiot, you know. Them use magic and turn you in an idiot because you're not really idiot. But then use magic because you don't ask no questions. Similarly,
but I don't know what the matter. I couldn't call the relative. Because the relative take and I know the story still.
Then how you call it? No, but don't you, how you call it? Are you operator? Are you call it? Hold on, I made it call you, Wilson.
I me call it taken, man.
Then you're confused, man. You make me believe like I made it call you.
But Jerry, man, that's a serious thing that, you know.
No, but you say...
The woman want her baby, man.
She want her baby, yes, but if she leave the baby alone and come back and don't see the baby, if she don't ask the right questions, or if she don't ask the right question, or if she don't sort out her head, people turn her in an idiot, you know. You know that?
Yeah, man, I believe that.
But you said there was a car parked in the yard, look like look like the baby.
The baby part of the car.
Yeah, and then now, who tell us that the baby going in the car?
She was suggesting on the news that the baby gone in the car.
You mean without the driver know?
Well, nothing like that. If the driver know or not. What she was just suggesting that. Because the baby father have a car like that.
No, you tell her that too much time, man. Come like the baby father have a whole car. Too much time that. We hear that already. All right.
Yeah.
So now, the person where the car there in the yard look like the baby father car. Is a visitor to the yard or is somebody living in the yard of that car there?
I don't know. I don't know, Jerry. I don't know. I was just what I hear.
When me hear things, me want to hear more than that, man.
Yeah, that is true.
If me not hear a sensible story, you know, me not tell the next person, you know.
What you know? I think I don't climb it up in Longville Park.
Longville Park.
Mm-hmm.
So what that's so strange about Longville Park?
Come again?
What that's so strange about Longville Park?
No, nothing strange. What I just say is just that community it happen. You know.
So Longville Park get bad name now.
Yeah, likely that.
Eh?
Likely that.
But you from Clarendon, you shouldn't be you getting Longville Park bad name.
I don't mean take with the baby. I agree, I'm from Clarendon.
Or you only reporting?
Yeah.
All right, go see what you can find out and call back here.
Yeah, man. I want to hope somebody will have that baby, give up the baby to the mother.
Yeah, I hope so too.
Yeah, man.
You have any credit?
Eh?
You have any credit? Can call you back?
No, credit cannot lawyer now.
You want $100 credit?
Yeah, man, if you can give me.
All right, hold on there. Don't move from where there. You hear?
Yeah, man.
Hang up the phone now, but don't move from where it is.
All right.
All right, next call. Good afternoon. Welcome.
Hello, good afternoon, Mr. Small.
Hello, how you doing?
Not bad at all. I see an article in Thursday Star.
Yeah.
That Mr. Warmington said that the road from Broadway to Agwaterville is finished.
Yes.
And if you could send somebody and take the picture from Broadway to Agwaterville, you see that road isn't finished because the road mashed up from Broadway. And the man look like him go and take a picture from down Montego Bay and put it into the Star and say it's Agwaterville. Agwaterville don't stay like that.
So Warmington know how to take picture?
Me don't know because I'm saying take picture and put it into Thursday Star. You can look at Thursday Star.
And there's a highway I show you.
Yes, it's a highway. And showing me on Broadway to Agwaterville is not a highway.
Yeah, because I drive there recently.
Yes, I know the road from Broadway, the road mash up, especially when I go up into the square. The people have to be driving over the other side. And accidents can always happen.
Yeah.
I don't know why them tell lie.
Who that lie?
No, Mr. Warmington said the road finished and it not finished.
No, but he will bite you, you know.
Huh?
He will bite you, you know.
Yeah?
Yeah, man, is a man will bite, man.
He's lucky, too wicked.
You have to be careful when you talk about Warmington, you know.
I don't care, sir. No matter about him.
Because you live far, why you can't talk that?
No far. If me did see me, I tell him the truth, same way.
No, man, is a man who boxer, man.
Back to, I chop off the hand.
Yeah?
I chop off the hand.
Well, that will be the last hand you chop off.
After me and him fit me.
You know Curleen Brown?
Yeah?
You know Curleen Brown?
Curleen Brown?
With up on the TV.
Yes.
You know hear what him do her?
No.
Oh. And you know Horace Chang?
Who?
Horace Chang. Well, him call a restaurant and tell him all for bad word, you know.
Out.
No, some policeman, they gonna lock him up on him. And him a tell the policeman them so them can't lock him up on him. Yes.
Them afraid for him.
Yeah,
you
don't know what Warmington are who?
Huh?
You don't know what Warmington are who?
Yeah, I mean, what's that one? Is every face man.
Oh. All right, thank you very much, here.
Yes, you can send and look, man. You can drive past here and look what's straight now. You can go down on the highway, go take picture and say, is that Walter Vale?
Oh, that time I watch her, yes.
Yeah.
All right, thank you. Who that behind your talk?
Nobody are you talk over the radio because me outside and the radio inside talking.
You want idiot say the same thing, like while, man.
It's outside me, but the radio is inside.
I same thing you do like what Warmington do. You carry radio from town and I say I inside the house radio.
No, sir. At the town me live at all the country.
You live up a slow down?
Yeah, man, we go outside now, so you're not going to hear the radio.
Oh, all right. I must have dope in me here then.
I can be.
All right, thank you, man.
Yeah, man, you get somebody and look on the road and see if I chew him at all.
Yeah, couldn't the same road, okay.
Okay, thank you.
I must have wrong a Morant Bay.
Eh?
I must have wrong a Morant Bay at the large hall.
Must be so.
All right, thank you.
Must be so. Yeah.
Yes, numbers again. 6191508. 6191508 and 08 and 279-8473. 279-8473. You get back to the live chat, you know. Live chat, are you there? Oh. Hold on 1 minute, please. Yeah. Young Pressure, we'll skip out our live chat. Young Pressure say, life blessings unto each and everyone who is listening to Bess FM. Enough love and respect again. Pittsburgh is in the building, up and run again, General. Uncle Jerry. Pablo said, we can't remember. No, but we saw this already. We saw this already. No. Yeah. Donovan Alex, a Bongo Jerry Small. Good anthem song with burning spear that you choose, or that's pick up the pieces. And big up to him, in case he's listening. His house is in Queens, New York, at a burning spear. Close to my mother and first cousin. It's a nicely looking house, I will say. And him continue. One time I see him coming out of a restaurant and the man look for me. So I feel him. But the site going conscious. Or Johnny Johnson say, most West Indian, coolly babu. You mean Indian? East Indian, yeah, dog. Dravidian untouchables, black, but one upper caste Brahman overseer was sent for every 500 workers. Babu indentured slave to control them. Ganja culture derived from Cali. Bob Cosmic said, long time I don't see burning spear. Last time I saw him was in late 80s, but we did eat a fire at Addis Ababa World 22714 on Merrick Boulevard in Laurelton, Queens. I want Dan Cosmic to remind me of the name of our music. It's a Delroy Wilson music. I just know it as we're going to get what name again? What name again? Delroy Wilson music. I can't remember. I soon tell you some of the lyrics. I want Bob Cosmic to tell me the right name. Right? And Bob Cosmic said, listening to Mel Torme reminds me of Chet Baker singing. I mean, the old time trumpet at Chet Baker we used to sing. Okay. Johnny Johnson said, good. Narashimba Good Narasimha is very important to acknowledge in reference to His Imperial Majesty Haile Selassie, 25th monarch of the Salamanic dynasty, coat of arms. The Ganges River in India is named after Ethiopian emperor named Ganges. Marva Valentine say Jamaica PM received $4 billion on his last visit with United States Vice President for COVID relief measures and social development. That's where the funds, and it's not the first time, and that's where there's funds, and that's not the first time money was given from US for COVID relief, Perry Pilot said. Jerry tell Wilson that the first story was that the mother bathed the baby and bathed the baby and sent him next door to play. I know some of these Jamaican mothers are very careless and carefree. Where is it now? Yeah, that is that. And we have to play some more music. What, music paper again. 619-1508. 619-1508. And we're going to hear from the destination, the destination from the metals now. And the next phone number, 279-8473. 279-8473. Let's hear from the metals.
Well, I fell in love with a girl one Sunday. She fell in love with my friend on Monday. My mind was worried, my heart was in trouble. He's her fascination, her inspiration, and her destination. I was walking on a lonely road one Tuesday. I met a girl, she dated me for Wednesday. And Thursday we were walking down the aisle, and Friday we were feeling so fine. Even Saturday, she's my fascination, my inspiration, and my destination. What is our dream, baby? I was walking on a lonely road one Tuesday. I met a girl, she dated me on Wednesday. And Thursday we were walking down the aisle, and Friday we were feeling so fine. Even Saturday. She's my fascination, my inspiration, and my destination. She's my fascination, my inspiration, and my destination. She's my fascination, my inspiration, and my
Yes, the metals there, lovely piece of music, them there. Love music in a ska, and accompanied by Lester Sterling. Tireless. Destination. The numbers again, 619-1508, 619-1508, and 279-8473. 279-8473. Yes, it's a long road, but you dare not give up, because this is life, and you don't get what you need and get what you're working for without you finish work and wait until you get the results. We'll try access some more live chat, What is it? Oh, yes. Live chat, come. Next one. All right. Ready?
Oh, Jerry.
Welcome. Go ahead, please.
Yes, Bongo, Jerry.
Wagwan.
Come on. You listen to it every day, you know.
Yeah.
But you want to go on now. You see Wilson?
Yeah.
Tell Wilson, the one that's in the city now. Can you come into a story where
No, you talk too fast. You say Wilson senile.
you say Wilson come like he's senile?
Yeah.
Because he come with some statements where you don't know what's up.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, if you get the act together, man.
No, him always bring some breaking news, you know, but all the while, when it broke, and all the while, him pick up all of the
He
pieces.
not come straight. Remember the other day when he come with the story about the soldier man, and the brother down Senam Town, and nothing no go so.
What him did say?
In the come and they talk about how the soldier man shoot the police, and Mr. Stampy. One of me, he told the company show. And another nonsense on the chat, man. So let's get that together, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. We have to start work and go and listen.
All right, here's that. Good.
Yeah, man. I'm Fox man from Tulani, man.
Oh,
Fox man from Tulani.
what the first name again?
Fox man, my name Whoop Dan Cooks, man. They call me Fox man.
Fox Ban.
Yeah, man. Fox man. Man Tulani.
How you spell that?
Foxman.
Oh, Foxman. My mind did tell me, yes.
Yeah, man.
Which part of Trelawney? Which part of Trelawney?
Davis Spread, man.
Where?
Davis Spread. I'm playing Davis Spread.
Davis Spread, that near to it.
Yeah, man. We're going to start much and turn off, man. You remember this man when they shoot?
No, you talk too fast. No, you talk too fast. Look at, is it anywhere near Greentown? It's nowhere near Greentown.
No, man. Greenwood.
No, you know Greentown in the area where Patmore come from, Paul Patmore.
No, you come to Saltmarsh. You go to Falmouth and come Saltmarsh.
Oh, Saltmarsh.
Yeah, man.
Oh, Saltmarsh, okay.
You remember this man when they shoot in the gas station, man, LG Brown.
LG Brown, yeah.
Yeah, man, I'm right in that area, I believe, man.
LG Brown come from down, eh?
Yeah, man, I'm not going to come from, man. I go right in that area, man. I go mountain in father and I think I'm not mistake, but I didn't go mountain.
I never know where down them come from.
I don't know where I come from, man. I right down where I'm buried, man.
Okay.
Yeah, man.
And you can drive go up a Wakefield and where it to?
Yeah, you can drive on the road, go Delphi and go back to Montego.
At Delphi, where Jimmy Cliff come from, yeah.
Yeah, man.
All right, good. Here, sir.
Yeah, man, take it easy.
But you know drive go on and go to Duanville, though.
No, you have to take off Falmouth first and turn off and go to Duanville. You get a start, but you just turn off.
No, man, you can't reach back by Duanville through them road, you know.
Yeah, man.
All right, thanks. Here's some.
Yes, sir. All right.
All right, back to the live chat. Bob Cosmic say, when I hear Sarah Vaughan, I remember when she said she rated Don Drummond in the top 5 trombonists in the world. If I'm correct, I believe the year she was in Jamaica was 57 or 58. Somewhere about there. Somewhere around there. Stanley Stewart said, "Aye, we are all in this together." No, man, there's one say, we get along we get along somehow. Here comes the heartaches. You remember that one there? But Delroy say, here comes the heartaches. But we'll get along some way. A wicked piece of music, man, with a terrific solo by Roland Alfonso. Terrific solo. Anybody, Bob Cosmic, or listener, Stanley Stewart, try to see if you can remember that one and tell me what name again. Bob Cosmic says, Stanley Stewart, yes, that's it, released in 77. We're in this thing together. No, it's not that one, man. I'll go and try it. Put that for me now. What call? All right, give me and look for We Are in This Thing Together for me. There I was. Let's take the call. Good afternoon. Welcome.
Yes. Good afternoon again.
How are you doing?
Yeah. I just say that man and my name.
Where's the mom?
The tax man. You are referring to me?
The tax man was what?
I think you're referring to me too. Me and Wilson.
Oh, no. I don't think so.
Okay,
Foxman, yeah.
Then I was saying how him have the fox and we just hear about him.
Where was he with the fox? All right.
Love all the fox and him stay behind and now we never hear nothing about him.
All right, no.
No, we hear about
Me know. Don't make him antagonize you, man.
Yeah.
All right. Tell him to leave Wilson alone.
Again, you know that was killing him. It was killing all the while. They just walk up in the USA and, you know, target school and whatever.
Yeah.
People they can, shut up and kill or whatever. I think people have to really, we black people have to be very cautious because, that is what they are doing all the while.
Yeah.
And getting away. So people try to migrate to better life. Better living and enough of them don't make it.
I know, man.
Because I was there many times and see they tranquilize the black men and just lift them up, fling them in the police vehicle.
Yeah.
So, people have to really, especially black people, have to really careful. How we going and say we're going to a better life and it's really dangerous out,
Yeah, man.
Yeah. So, anyway, I'm still listening for the few moments at least.
All right. Thank you very much, yeah?
Yes.
Yeah, man. Delroy, Here Come the Heartaches. We say anything like that. Here Come the Heartaches by Delroy. 619-1508, 619-1508 and 279-8473, 279-8473. Bob Cosmic say yes, Stanley Stewart. That's it. Released in 77 talking about Delroy, all in this together. But there was another one. Bob Cosmic said Lester Sterling has the most original style on the alto saxons present. That is true. And his approach is unique. I tell you, man, when you listen to Lester Sterling, it's like him a dance most delicately upon the alto. Bob Cosmic said, engineer, take off them funky texts that are creep up in the chat. Beg you do. I don't read them anyway. Marva Valentine say yes, Bob Cosmic, these texts are disgusting. When I read them, they not get no exposure. Thank you very much. We don't find a Delroy. Here come the RTX. What? I tell him, man, let's hear him. Delroy Wilson.
To me now, but I'll get along. Don't you know the pain that a love can bring? But I'll get along somehow. Here comes the heartache. Like falling rain, that never seems to hold up. Oh, darling, look what you've done to me now. But I'll get along somehow. All of the years that I've wasted with you for so long. Oh,
It's good, it's better, but nothing beats. Best
Yes, the sound of Delroy Wilson, you know, say. Roland Alfonso with him there, and Jackie me too. And Mr. Brevet, me I tell you, beautiful. That time I'm about 16 or 17 years old. Beautiful piece of music. That's why I did want to play that one and not the second or the third version. Yes, well, we're just about in the last few minutes of the program, you know. And there's enough time to take another call. The numbers are 619 1508 619 1508 and 279 8473 279 8473. Yes, man. I've had a difficulty again with the live chat, but we may be able to get it before we leave out of here. Nice. Yes, somebody did request everything crashed, so maybe we'll get to play that. But there's one more. Yes. Number 2. All right. Them two tick here. We'll see if we have this. Yeah, just about the last 5 minutes of the program. And this is the week, I think Thursday. Thursday will be the birth date of Malcolm X, who, if he was alive, he will be 97 years old coming up on this week, Thursday. 97 years old, born 1925, 19th of May. 1925, 19th of May. But in the meantime, we have to continue learning and practicing how to take care of ourselves and take care of one another. Because remember, these existing governments, none of them that I see around here going to be on the same track as you. I hear the Minister of Finance depicting, you know, the difficulties in Jamaica like a race, like a team in a race. But I'm talking about us and the workers who are not getting them pay and encouraging them, you know. Like some runner, but it's not a runner on the stadium track as such. It's a marathon I'm talking about, you know. Marathon where you done run 26 miles across the country. And then you enter the stadium and run one lap around the stadium before the end of the marathon. It's not no sprint. But I'm talking of some nice, vigorous and encouraging terms. But him is not one of the runner. And more I talk like a racehorse runner, not one of the runners on the team that have to be making this marathon run with all of the sacrifices. I'm talk like a racehorse runner who go and hit the jackpot. But anyway, this is the nature of talk. We find out in the music there. Which one? Wait. All right, and the first one is which one again? All right, let's go with the Barbra Streisand and a little bit of, and we can get a little piece of the Ethiopian. Nothing to be guilty for and of. Thank you very much.